The Idaho Sports Roadshow makes a stop at Ririe High School tonight as the Ririe Bulldogs host the Grace Grizzlies in the last preseason game for both schools. Ririe comes into the game 0-2 tonight. Grace, and with a record of 1-1, and Grace has already actually equaled their win total from last year. And both teams really could use a win going into league next week.
Right.
You don't want to go into league 0-3 if you're Ririe or 1-2 if you're Grace.
Right.
And both schools kind of going in different directions a little bit. Ryrie's 0-2. They lost to Soda Springs 21-0, and they got beat by Westside 22-0. So they haven't scored a point this year. Grace beat Butte County 22-20 the first week of the year, and they lost to North Fremont 23-6. So Ririe going down, Grace kind of coming back up again. This really is a big game for both schools. And we actually have a really special pregame ceremony tonight here at Ririe High School. They're going to have the official name the field named after Claire Lovell. He graduated from Ririe, long-time school supporter. Paul, is that right?
He did. He graduated. I talked to Eric Torgerson, the AD, before the game, and also to Jeff Johnson, the coach, and before the game. And what you said, Claire Lovell graduated early 80s. Handicapped somewhat, and he is to everything. He keeps time at the City League games. He's to everything involved with the school, has been forever since he graduated, like I said, early 80s. He had some health issues last winter. He pulled through just fine. He's doing well, and so they decided it's a great honor to have a field named after you, and so from henceforth hereafter, here in Ririe, it'll be Claire Lovell Field.
That is very cool. That's awesome. And, in smaller schools and smaller towns, you always have those people that are invaluable, like a Claire Lovell. They run the clock. They referee the middle school games. They referee the grade school games. They help with building track and field. I mean, they do everything in town.
Right.
They are really invaluable to the smaller towns.
Right. And a lot of times you see a field named after somebody, and it's somebody that's been influential in the program. It's been a big booster for 20 years. You know what? And I think it's fantastic they're naming him after such a great supporter like Claire Lovell.
It is. It's great. And we're and here's the announcement right now. They're making a line about the 40-yard line that stretches all the way down to the end zone. That's Ririe. Ririe's in their blue uniforms tonight with the white numerals. Grace in their white uniforms with the red numbers. Looking awfully snappy. I like Grace's uniforms. Very nice.
But this has got to be the thrill of Claire's life. I mean, this is great, not only for him, but the community as a whole, just to wrap themselves around an event like this. This is great.
I think it's fantastic. This is a great pregame ceremony here. I mean, think of all the hours he's donated to this school and to the town. I mean, it's incredible. You can see him walking towards midfield to the referees.
Yeah, I was told that he knows the referees before every game come up to him and say hi and razz him a little bit. And he's an icon here at Ririe.
So from this moment on, it's Claire Lovell Field here at Ririe High School, or the new Ririe High School. It'll be the high school here pretty soon.
Right.
They're building a new one across the way.
It is my honor and privilege, ladies and gentlemen, to present tonight to Claire Lovell the new name for Ririe Field. We present to you Claire Lovell Field. You'll look down at the circle.
Oh, if you'll see it right above the scoreboard, they just unveiled
There's
the
the
words.
sign, Claire Lovell Field. That's very cool. He's getting a standing O from the crowd, which is very appropriate. And you can see the sign in midfield as well, Claire Lovell Field. There's a big banner at midfield that the cheerleaders are holding across the way.
Presenting Claire with this banner in honor of him. This is something he can put up in his room and take home with him. It is absolutely my privilege and honor to welcome all you this evening to Claire Lovell Field.
Paul, not only are we honoring Claire Lovell tonight for all the service at Ririe, this is homecoming for the Bulldogs as well. So we have a
double dose of good times at Claire Lovell Field.
Good times at Ririe High School tonight.
Can't imagine what that would feel like to have a field named after you. That's an honor.
That is a huge honor, and it's a well-deserved honor. I mean, all the hours that he's donated out of his time to this town and the school.
And it's never once been a burden on him either.
No, he loved it. I'm sure he wouldn't consider it a work. It's just what he loves to do. So both teams are getting ready to play some football now. Like you said before, Grace coming into tonight's game 1-1. Ririe, an uncharacteristic 0-2.
Right.
Usually they're one of the powers in the nuclear conference.
Yeah. Their first game, their quarterback got a concussion. They, in fact, had 2 concussions that game. And so the replacement quarterback came in, Nate Drake, number 6, and he'll be starting tonight as well.
Actually, Logan Hamilton and Kevin Parker both missed the West Side game with concussions. They should be back tonight. And Nate Drake is taking over the quarterback duties for Ririe. So changing the quarterback position. We are about to get ready for the national anthem, it looks like.
They had to get the flag first.
So I need to be quiet while we do the national anthem.
Now please listen while the Ririe High School Choir sing our national anthem.
Nicely done by the Ririe High School choir here at Clare Level Field at Ririe High School.
That's right.
Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? I like that.
Very nice. I'm actually very excited and proud that we're here for the first game and played on Clare Level Field.
That's fantastic. It's a good sign for a good game tonight between Grace and Ririe. And we were talking before the national anthem. The Ririe is 0-2 this year. They usually a power in the nuclear conference. And from what I've read and kind of what I've heard and talked to people, the nuclear conference as a whole is a little down this year.
Right.
Firth is 0-2. Ririe is 0-2. Butte County hasn't won a game yet either. So the conference as a whole might be a little bit down this year, but Ririe is always a power. So don't look for them to be down too long.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And Grace is 1-1 coming into tonight's game. This is their last year at the 2A level. So that's a little extra little extra oomph, maybe a little extra motivation for Grace in her last year at 2A to make the playoffs. So every game this year for Grace may feel like a playoff game, actually.
No, it might. Well, you're absolutely right. That's a good way to put it. Going to 1A next year, going from 11-man to 8-man, that's an adjustment.
It's a huge difference.
It's
a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. I mean, if you're sucks to be one of those three guys that doesn't get a start anymore. But the whole game, it's a whole game changer, really. It is.
And I got the roster from the Grace coach, from Steve Millward. I'm looking at the roster, and there's probably 30 kids on the roster, and I'm thinking, why are they going to 1A if they got 30 kids on the roster? But a lot of them are freshmen, a lot of them are sophomores, so probably won't get a lot of playing time.
Right.
And their numbers are down a little bit, and they have been historically one of the smaller 2A schools in the state of Idaho.
Right.
So it's probably a good move for Grace to go down to 1A just to be a little more competitive. They haven't had a lot of success at the 2A level in football, so this is the last year we see Grace at the 2A level. Of course, Ririe will stay 2A. They're not going down. They're not going anywhere. Now they're announcing the starting lineups for Ririe right now. Let's give the offensive starters for the Bulldogs tonight. Number 1, Austin Ritter, 5'8", 135-pound junior. Nate Drake, the new starting quarterback tonight. He's a 5'10", 170-pound senior. Brady Abbott, 6'1", 180-pounder. Ethan Chadwick, 6'3", 205. Garrett Smith, 5'10", 150 senior. And let's not forget Spencer Richards, 5'6", 140-pound junior. On the offensive line for Ririe, the big hosses up front, Randy Nixon, 6'3", 215. Tate Wilson, 6', 170. Ryan Winters, 6', 215. Dalton Parker, 5'10", 250-pounder. And last but not least, Kevin Parker, 6'2", 200-pound senior.
That's a big boys from Ririe.
You got some beef on the front line for Ririe. Let's go with the defensive starters for Grace. Number 6, Josh Benson. He's 5'7", 145-pound senior. Also number 7, Victor Dominguez. He's a defensive back, 5'9", 145-pound junior. Tanner Young, 5'11", 150-pound sophomore. Dan Hubbard, 5'11", 155-pound senior. Kendall Bitton, linebacker, 5'7", 150-pound junior. Austin Elsmore, he's a defensive lineman, 5'11", 150. Damian Martinez, 5'11", 160-pound junior. Calvin McLean, 6'2", 250-pound senior. Taylor Peck, 5'10", 160-pound senior. Brandon Gilbert, 6', 210. He's a sophomore. And last but not least, on the defensive line, Barack Jorgensen, 6', 200-pound senior. Those are your starters for the Grace Grizzlies on defense. Grace will receive the kick. Ririe's going to kick off tonight.
Before we get started, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching this broadcast. It's the first time we've been able to broadcast Ririe and Grace football, so we're excited to be here for that. Keep an eye on the schedule on IdahoSports.com to see where we're going to be next. We're thinking about maybe doing Oakley Raft River.
That would be fun.
On October 2nd. So keep that one in mind, as well as other games from around the state of Idaho, and especially when playoff time comes. You'll only be able to watch the state championships on IdahoSports.com.
We are about ready for kickoff tonight. Beautiful setting here at Ririe High School. Beautiful night for football, too.
Oh, absolutely. Beautiful weather, no wind.
Chris Nash with the kickoff, it's going to let it bounce about the 10-yard line. That might go out of bounds. Nope, that's a live ball. It's picked up on the deep back. Slips at about the 12-yard line, so Grace starts off in pretty poor field position at about their own 12-yard line. Starting quarterback for Grace tonight, number 4, Todd Lloyd. He'll pull the trigger for the Grace Grizzlies. 1-1 this year. You upset Butte County 22-20 the first game of the season, and then lost to North Fremont 23-6 last week.
I drove through the beautiful city of Arco today on the way here from Kuna.
Arco, Atomic City, very nice area. Lloyd rolling out to his right. Little option pitch. It's on the ground. Loose ball. I think Grace recovered. I think Grace has it.
My money's on Ririe.
No, Ririe has the football. Big break for the Bulldogs to recover the fumble on the first play from scrimmage.
Oh, yeah.
That's not how you want to draw up a pitch play.
Oh, the 13-yard line? Not bad.
If you're Ririe, not bad. If you're Grace, not good.
Not so good for Grace.
No. So we'll see a new quarterback tonight for the Bulldogs. Number 6, Nate Drake, 5'10", 170-pound senior. He'll start at quarterback tonight.
Remember, we are taking emails. Webcast at idahosports.com. Let us know where you're watching, who you're watching, where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. That's webcast at idahosports.com.
The Bulldogs start out spread formation. Receiver split 2 left, 2 right. Man in motion is Garrett Smith. The give up the middle gets to about the 9-yard line. He has second down, and let's call it 6 for Ririe.
Well, you're in charge. You can call it whatever you want, Jeff.
Thank you. I like that.
You are the man here.
Just underway, first quarter. Grace took the kickoff on the first play from scrimmage. They fumbled the football on about the 13-yard line. Ririe recovered, and here they are knocking on the door of Grace. Second down and 6 for the Bulldogs. Once again, spread formation for Ririe. They haven't scored a point all year. They are in prime position to score. Drake, lost in the end zone, to the corner, incomplete. Just out of the reach of Ethan Chadwick. Chadwick goes 6'3", 205, so a receiver that big, you just want to throw a jump ball and say, see if you can go get it.
Go get it, big boy.
And it wasn't a bad pass, actually. He got it on his fingertips. Going to bring up third down and 6 now for the Bulldogs. Once again, spread formation for Ririe. Grace looking to bring some heat now. Linebackers creeping up. Smith in motion. Drake takes himself, bounces off his own player. Gets tackled at the 10-yard line. Nice pursuit by the Grizzlies. In on the tackle, Todd Lloyd for Grace.
He bounced off and just kind of shoved everybody out of the way.
Well, now, okay, if you're coach here, if you're Coach Steve Mill, if you're Coach Jeff Johnson here, you haven't scored a point all year. You go for it here on fourth and about 7 or 8, or do you go for the field goal?
Yeah, you know my coaching strategy. You go for it.
Go for it every time, no matter what.
If you're 99 yards back, you go for it.
And the Bulldogs are going to go for it on 4th down, 4th and 7.
Attaboy,
from the 10-yard line. Strong side formation to the right, and Drake is going to roll that way. Looking to keep it himself. He's not going to make the first down marker for the Grizzlies. Dodge a huge bullet. They fumbled the ball on about their own 10-yard line, and Ririe couldn't punch it in. Kind of been the story all year for the Bulldogs. The defense has not played poorly. They've only given up an average of about 21 points a game, yet the offense just hasn't got into gear yet this year.
Right. We actually have our first email, Jeff. It says, I'm watching Grace from Lafayette, Indiana.
Wow.
My younger brother's playing. That's from David Benson. So
very nice.
Yeah.
Keep on sending the emails. Webcast at idahosports.com. And now Grace goes spread formation. One back. Next to Todd Lloyd. Lloyd, pass over the middle, incomplete. Lloyd looking for Dan Hubbard. He actually hit him in the hands at about the 20-yard line.
Couldn't quite bring it down,
Couldn't quite bring it in. Hubbard's usually a short-handed receiver, just couldn't grab that one. Second down and 10 now for Grace. From about the 9.5-yard line. Coach Steve Millward said there's a whole new attitude this year at Grace High School. They won their last game of the year last year against Soda Springs. They won their first game this year against Butte County, and that really kind of livened up the team. Everyone's kind of buying into what he's teaching now. And that's going to be a safety tackled in the end zone as a running back, and there's a flag on the play as well. Josh Benson was tackled in the end zone. Let's see what the referees call this. If it's against Grace, I'm sure it's going to be declined in 2 points for the Bulldogs. And that would be their first 2 points of the season.
Gotten by their defense.
Yes, a defensive score. And looks like, from what we can see from Ririe, penalties against Grace declined. Declined
all
safety.
Right.
And now Grace has to kick off. So early in the first quarter, it's Ririe 2, Grace nothing.
The elusive football score of 2-0.
Bottom of the 5th, Grace is down 2-0 to Ririe. Runners on first and second. So Rarie's going to have to kick off, it looks like from about their own 10-yard line now. So, Grace is going to kick off from their own 10. Will give the Bulldogs really good field position. According to Ririe coach Jeff Johnson, he said they lost about 90% of their skill players off last year's team.
Wow, that's rough.
He says their offensive and defensive lines are solid and they're deep, but they don't have a lot of skill guys back from last year, so that could be part of their offensive struggle.
Right.
Is that they lost so many skill players that, it's hard to replace those guys. And there's a kickoff. Caught at about midfield. That's Drake. Breaking tackles 30 down to the 28-yard line. Nate Drake. Nice return by Nate Drake all the way down to the Grace 28-yard line. So Ririe gets the ball back in fantastic field position. They're up 2-0 early in the first quarter here from Clare Level Field. 10:03 left in the first quarter. See if the Bulldogs can get an offensive touchdown. Nate Drake will spend most of his night in the shotgun for Ririe. They're going to go spread. Receiver split 2 left, 2 right. Man in motion is Garrett Smith. Drake looks to his right. Nice. He's got a man open. Caught. 10-5. Touchdown, Ririe. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Jonathan Lovell, 6'3", 160-pound senior, catches the first touchdown pass of the year for the Ririe Bulldogs. And he was as open as Denny's.
Well, he was open because of Nate Drake's fake. I mean, he faked and the defense bid on it, stepped up a yard, and he just kept going wide open. Perfect pass. Couldn't have been better.
Great pitch and catch. Nate Drake to Jonathan Lovell. And the Bulldogs score their first offensive touchdown of the year.
It's a scoring frenzy.
It is. Scoring frenzy early in the first quarter here at Clare Level Field. 8-0. Ririe on top with the extra point. It'll make it 9-0. Good crowd tonight. Beautiful night for football. I mean, just fantastic. Smell like hamburgers and hot dogs near, and I'm getting very hungry as well.
Cheeseburgers sound good.
Cheeseburgers in paradise. In for the extra point, Ethan Chadwick, number 15. And that kick is...
Wow.
Good. Just squeaks over the uprights. Barely. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It's good. So, 9:55 left in quarter number 1 here at Clare Level Field on the campus of Ririe High School. Ririe 9, Grace nothing. Stick around. You're watching this webcast on idahosports.com.
Kristen Armstrong, Olympic gold medalist and world champion cyclist. To compete with the world's best requires a sports drink packed with the replenishing power of calcium, vitamin B12, and all the essential nutrients found in only one drink. You've got to be kidding me.
No, actually, chocolate milk's perfect after workouts. Ask any athlete.
My bad. Sorry. Can we recue the chocolatey tag? Chocolate milk. Straight up.
Welcome back to Clare Level Field here at Ririe High School. Bulldogs on top of Grace, 9-0. A scoring frenzy here early in the first quarter. 9:55 left, and Ririe on top 9-0 on a safety. And Ririe scored their first offensive touchdown of the year on a pass from Nate Drake to Jonathan Lovell. Bulldogs with the kickoff, taken by the up-back at the 30-yard line. He was down at about the 30-yard line. That was taken by number 36. That's Kendall Mitten. His knee was down at just inside the 30. Let's call it the 20, probably the 28-yard line.
You know, Grace is going to come back from this. They're not going to stay down. It's 9-0 now, but they got a tough team.
No, Grace is a much improved ball club from last year. They haven't had a lot of success on the football field, but towards the end of last year, everything kind of started to click into place when they beat Soda. They beat Butte County the first game this year, and things are starting to go in the right direction now for Grace. That's great to see. And they're in a very competitive conference with Westside, Soda Springs,
right.
Grace. So it's good to see Grace have some success here on the field. Once again, both teams will be in the shotgun all night. Man in motion is Dan Hubbard. Strong side left formation. Lloyd with a pitch. Tanner Young with the carry. Gets close to the first down. It's called again as 7.
Now, two teams that go to the air a lot combined with homecoming means we're going to be here a while.
A long time.
Hopefully I brought enough tape.
Both teams will use the spread formation. They'll spread you out. Although, just because you use a spread formation doesn't mean you throw the ball a whole lot. A lot of teams use a spread for a running formation.
Very true.
But
like that, just what they did.
Exactly. Now I formation now behind Todd Lloyd. Lloyd with the middle pitch, and that's going to go absolutely nowhere. Brady Abbott had that sniffed out from the get-go. 6'1", 180-pound senior was Brady Abbott, and he saw that coming from a mile away.
Like you said, their Ririe defense, there's not a problem there. They have a fantastic defense. And apparently, Coach Johnson got the offensive kinks worked out, so look forward to a fantastic ball game. It's been that way so far.
You know, Ririe's 0-2, but you know they're not going to be down long. They're historically a power in the Nuclear Conference. So third down and about 12 now for Grace. Once again, spread formation. Ririe showing some pressure up, right up the middle. Bad snap. Lloyd picks it up. He's just got to get rid of it. One stiff arm. I think it's knocked out of bounds by a couple of Bulldogs. Knocked out of bounds by Jacob Lewis and Jonathan Lovell. And if you're a quarterback, that's got to be just a nightmare for Lloyd, for Todd Lloyd.
Right.
There's nothing you can do.
No, there's nothing you can do when that happens. You can scramble around like he did. You can just fall on it and just take it. Yeah, I guess you can loft it, but that's dangerous.
That's going to bring up fourth down now for Grace. Fourth and about Arco. Fourth and about 25, 30. Punting situation for the Grizzlies. I'm not going to go for it here. Although, you know, a fake punt would not be out of the realm of possibility. Good snap this time, and the punt is off. Good kick. Lloyd gets up a nice kick, taking it about the 40-yard line, taken by Drake. Breaks one tackle. Nah, it's not going to break another one. Brought down by Nate Drake at about the 42-yard line, and that's where Ririe will begin this drive. They have started their drives with great field position. First drive on about the 13.
Right.
Second drive started on about, the 20-yard line?
Right.
Around there. So this drive starts on their own 42, but still good field position.
Absolutely. You know, 20 yards is usually standard field position when you start. So if you can get it at the 45-yard line, fantastic. Makes
things a lot easier for the offense. It really opens up the playbook a lot more. Two backs now behind Drake. Strong side right formation. Nate with the give. Fumble. Spencer Richards fumbled as he was going through the line. Looks like the Richards fell on the football, so no gain on the play, but Ririe does keep possession of it. It'll be second down and 10 now for the Bulldogs.
This might be the first time I've been in eastern Idaho and there's been no wind.
It's eerily quiet, silent. I mean, the wind, there's no wind whatsoever.
Something bad's going to happen, Jeff.
This is a calm before the storm. Second down and 10 now for Ririe. Drake with the give up the middle once again. Garrett Smith on the carry, gets about 6 yards. It's called third and long 4 now for the Bulldogs.
Got another email. Greg and Lori Smith and Donna Smith watching their nephew, grandson, Garrett Smith, number 19 for the Bulldogs, from Sheridan, Wyoming.
Sheridan's a very nice town. Love Sheridan.
Garrett Smith, also a fantastic wrestler. I was talking to his dad for a while before the game, so good kid.
Here we go, 3rd and 6 now. There's the give right up the middle to the Garrett Smith. Bust a couple tackles, going to be close to the first down, and where the referee is standing, it looks like he's going to have the first down. So nice job by Garrett Smith busting a couple tackles up the middle. And that is a first down for the Bulldogs. Nice blocking up front by the big hosses by Randy Dixon, Tate Wilson, Ryan Winters, Dalton Parker, and Kevin Parker making holes up front for the running backs. 7:05 left in the first quarter. 9-0 Ririe on top of Grace here at the newly named Claire Level Field.
Great ring to that, too.
Kind of rolls off the tongue nicely. Drake takes it himself up the middle. Untouched down to about the 32-yard line.
That's another Ririe.
That's another Ririe first down. I don't think Drake was touched before he got to about the 32-yard line. So that offensive line by Ririe is doing the job tonight.
They're throwing T-shirts to the crowd. Think they'll get it up here, Jeff?
If you wave, really wave. Here comes one. That's a little short.
Rag arm.
The guy has no arm. First down and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Oh, that's second and about a half a yard, it looks like. Drake tackled in the backfield at the 39-yard line. Wow. Austin Weaver, number 20, just came through the line like a bullet. and tackled Drake for a loss. So it's going to bring it third and about 5 now for Ririe.
I think they're wanting to run a different play, so they needed more room, so they set up as a setup play, I think is what they, well, maybe not.
Maybe not, but that, boy, he was untouched as he came into the backfield.
He had that sniffed out the whole way.
So 3rd and 5 now for Ririe. Strong side right formation. Drake is going to roll that way. Pass out on the right-hand side. Another man wide open of 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Ririe. Touchdown, Brady Abbott, number 12. And once again, Paul, that pass to the right-hand side was wide open.
Okay, Coach Johnson, we're going to call that play number 1. Okay, so whenever you want to run that, just say play number 1.
Just run it every time. Bulldogs on the scoreboard once again. 5:50 left in the first quarter. 15-0 Ririe. Pitch and catch from Nate Drake to Brady Abbott. In for the extra points, Ethan Chadwick. Timeout, Grace. I don't think Grace knows what hit him.
You know, and I think it's what we talked about before. It's this field position that they're giving Ririe. That's letting Ririe, you know, they're playing on a 50-yard field right now. It's easy to score when you're doing that.
Yeah, I mean, the first drive for Ririe started on about the 13. The second drive started on about the 20-yard line of Grace. Third drive on their own 42, but you're playing with half the field and less than that, actually. So it really opens up the playbook if you're the offensive coordinator. You can run pretty much anything when you're on the 10-yard line. You know, it really opens up the playbook. And Ririe's taking advantage of that. They had not scored a point the first 2 games of the year when they lost to Westside 21-0, and they lost to Soda Springs 22-0. And now in the first quarter alone, they put 15 points up on the board against Grace. I think they're taking all their frustration out this year on Grace tonight. Grace will bounce back, though.
Well, they will, absolutely. They had a great student section. I was impressed.
Packed house here at Claire Level Field.
Let's get them some FaceTime here.
Good students. They got the mascot down below by the cheerleaders. I'm smelling nachos now, too. My goodness.
Well, I'm seeing nachos.
And I'm seeing it, too. Ethan Chadwick on for the extra point for the Bulldogs. He made his last one. Good. Well, it's a fake. Beautiful fake. Wow, that's Logan Hamilton, the backup quarterback. Hits Brady Abbott for the 2-point conversion. Wow, we've seen it all tonight from the Bulldogs. It's 5:50 left in quarter number 1 here from Claire Level Field. 17 Ririe, 0 for Grace. We'll be right back. Keep it on IdahoSports.com.
Should I go to the University of I Can Change My Life and Have a Life?
University of classes that escape the classroom.
Of My Life Starts Now.
Of not just higher learning, but smarter learning. University of Where I Am is not where I'm going to be. What about the University of moving up my estimated time of arrival?
University of I'm a work in progress. Set the bar high.
Way high.
University of I'm not ready to settle.
Not now.
Not ever. How about University of My Hopes, My Dreams?
I'm thinking University of Now's the time.
One university understands how you live today and where you want to go tomorrow. University of Phoenix. For more than 30 years, University of Phoenix has given working students a chance to attend college without putting their lives on hold. Online classes, flexible schedules, and more than 190 locations make it possible to balance your life with the life you want to have. University of Phoenix. Thinking ahead.
Welcome back. 5:50 left in the first quarter. Ririe 17, Grace nothing. Ririe on a scoring frenzy tonight. The defense has scored 2 points, and the offense has put up 15. Here's a kickoff. Grace takes the ball, 20-yard line. And Dan Hubbard gets out to about the 25, and that's where Grace will take over, 1st and 10, on their own 25-yard line. And let's see if Grace can put some offense together here. Their first drive went backwards. Second drive went backwards as well, so they're due to put some you could get a couple first downs here, string some things together, get some confidence going.
We've been able to talk a lot about Ririe. I'd like to be able to talk a little bit about Grace during the game.
It's hard when Ririe is doing everything.
Right.
Ririe has come out tonight on a mission. They have a very impressive ball club tonight so far. A lot of game to go, though. We're still in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Lloyd once again in the shotgun. Receivers split, 2 left and 2 right. Man in motion is Hubbard. Ririe showing some heat up front. Lloyd, pass out in the flat, caught. Good block. Breaks a couple tackles out to past the 45-yard line. That's Josh Benson on a nice, just a little flip pass out in the flat. The quarterback's going to get credit for about a 20-yard gain when Benson did all the work.
Yeah, that's the joy of being the quarterback. It's like a little dump pass, and he runs for 80-yard touchdown.
There's a Grace going no huddle. No huddle right now. Same spread formation. There's a man in motion once again. That's Benson. Lloyd, 5-step drop. It's going to be a screen over the middle. And that is picked off by Ririe. Picked off by Nate Drake. What hasn't Nate Drake done tonight?
No kidding.
Drake's been everywhere.
He's definitely the front runner for the IdahoSports.com player of the game, and it's only halfway through the first quarter. So,
you could see that middle screen coming all the way, and I think a receiver either got blocked down or he fell down, and Lloyd didn't see it and just kind of threw it where he thought a receiver would be.
Right. Well, early in the I think it was the first play we saw on the opening kickoff, he slipped and fell on the grass. So this grass might be a little bit slick out there right now.
So there's a turnover. Grace Ririe gets the ball back once again in a very good field position here on the Grace side of the field on the 48-yard line. Drake once again in the shotgun. The give to Smith. Smith gets a couple of yards. He's second down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Peck with the tackle for Grace. Everything went right for the Bulldogs tonight. Don't forget, if you're watching the game on the webcast, shoot us an email, webcast@idahosports.com. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're rooting for. Drake going to take himself, quarterback draw, breaks the tackle, 40-yard line, and there's a flag on the play, though. This might come back for holding. That was a called draw play for Nate Drake, taking it up the middle. And this may come back. This may be holding on the Bulldogs. So their first miscue of the night. I mean, everything else has gone right for Ririe. .441 left in the first quarter. 17-0 Bulldogs. And that was a holding call against Ririe. That'll knock him back 10 yards. Knock him back to about the 40, it's about the 47-yard line. Their own 47. Second and about 14 now for Ririe. Once again, Drake in the shotgun. Receiver split to left, to right. Man in motion is Richards. Drake on another pass. That's picked off. Picked off by Grace. Picked off by Dan Hubbard. Hubbard takes it all the way down to about the 33-yard line for Grace. So big break for Grace. And boy, did they ever need that.
Well, that's exactly what they
needed that.
Now it's their turn to have the short field to work with.
Exactly.
They're on the 40, or 36, 37-yard line.
Kind of hard to see where they marked it from here. Is it on the 30? Yeah, about the 34-yard line. I'll go 34.
All right. Like I said, you're the boss. So
sure. Hey.
Whatever you say.
Give me a hot dog.
I'll be right back.
I like how this works.
Sir. I forgot to call you sir. Sorry, sir.
Now, and like we said before, when you're on the opponent's 33, 34-yard line, your playbook is wide open now.
Yes.
You can run anything you want. Lloyd now under center. Ririe jumps, and were they induced, or did you make contact? Nope. And the penalty goes against the Bulldogs. They jumped and were caught. So they'll mark off 5 yards on Ririe. It'll be first down and 5 now for Grace.
I might lose some weight tonight, Jeff, with all these mosquitoes. Be a weight loss plan to suck all my blood out.
Yeah, we are in the middle of like a mosquito nest here up in the press box. First and 5 now for Grace. That's a give up the middle. Going to plow forward for a couple of yards. Call it second down about 2.
The athletic director here, Eric Torgerson's been so accommodating, though. I'm going to guess he probably talked to him earlier.
Yes.
And said there's no biting the Idaho sports guys. I mean, he's done everything. He's bent over backwards to make this as comfortable as possible for us. He brought us a soda beforehand. I mean, he helped us with the internet. I could come back to Ririe every week, Jeff.
I would, too. I mean, he got me my roster like 5 minutes after I said, hey, could you give me a roster?
Both coaches were great about getting rosters.
Lloyd pass over the middle, almost picked off. And it is picked off. Picked off. Didn't see the number. That was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Still didn't see the number of the player who picked it off. I apologize.
He's still surrounded being 59er.
59. Ryan Winters, 6 foot, 215-pound senior, picked that one off for Ririe.
That was gift wrapped right into his hands. And that's a frustrating play for the quarterback that, quote, threw the interception, because really he threw it to his receiver who tipped it up, but he still gets credit for the interception.
He hit him in the hands. So everything going right tonight for Ririe. Great homecoming for the Bulldogs.
Looking forward to the halftime entertainment for homecoming. They have floats going to be coming by.
Root beer floats?
If we ask, I'll bet they'd get it for us.
1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs on the 34. Drake going to run a little option. There's a pitch. Pitch to Smith. Breaks breaks a one tackle, not the second one. Tackled down by Kendall Bitten. Also in on the tackle, number 7, Victor Dominguez. Gain of maybe a couple yards. Let's call it 2nd down and 8 now for Ririe. And believe it or not, this is their worst field position of the game here on the 36-yard line. They have had the ball in prime field position all first quarter. 3:02 left, 17-0, Ririe on top. Drake under center is going to take it himself right up the middle. Now it's sniffed out nicely by Grace. Tackled by Brock Jorgensen, 6 foot, 200-pounder. He's a senior. You saw that coming. Gain of maybe, let's call it 2. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6 now for the Bulldogs. But Grace needs to stop here and get the ball back. There's still a lot of getting to go. They're down 17-0. See if Drake is going to, yep, Drake's in the shotgun. Strong side right formation. Usually he'll roll that way in this formation.
That's the way he rolls?
That's the way Drake rolls, and he does. Takes it himself. Good blocking. And that's going to be close. He stood up right at the first down marker. Nice tackle by Kendall Bitten. He stood up right at the first down marker. And with forward progress, first down, Ririe.
Forward progress is one of those rules that I'm not a huge fan of.
It's very nebulous.
If you can pick up the guy and running back to the 1-yard line and drop him, I think that's where he should be down.
Paul's world of football.
Oh, if I could rewrite the rule book.
You go forward on every down. There's no forward progress.
No touchbacks. If you get it in the end zone, you run it out. Well, I want to talk about that a little later, though. I put up a poll on the Idaho Sports homepage about that this week.
1st and 10, Ririe. Drake, three pump fakes. Looking for Logan Hamilton. Pass falls incomplete. He had all day to throw. He had 3 pump fakes. I think still wasn't touched.
I bid on all 3 of them.
I did too. I kept thinking Drake goes out to the nope, not. So it's 2nd down and 10 now for Ririe. On the 46-yard line. Bulldogs up 17-0 here from Claire Level Field. It's got a great ring to it. Man in motion, Smith. He gets the handoff. That little fly sweep that's been copied by so many teams now. You bring the back of the receiver across the formation, and they give it to him on the fly. It's called a fly sweep. That didn't get much. That got a couple yards. Give me 3rd down and 7 now for Ririe. Once again, if you're watching it on a webcast, shoot us an email. webcast@idahosports.com. Tell us where they're calling from and who you're rooting for. And look who just walked in the building. Lauren Jensen is here, fashionably late.
As always.
As always. He likes to make an entrance. Exactly. He's got his posse behind him. He's got his handlers, that bring him in and make sure no one touches him. He's a very big star.
He is. Privileged to have him.
Drake. I wouldn't go that far. Drake with the completion out to Jonathan Level, but it's going to be short of the first down, right at midfield. If you're Coach Jeff Johnson here, 4th and 5, why not go for it? You're up 17-0. I mean, everything else has gone right for him tonight.
You know me.
You know, Paul, go for it.
Go for it, baby.
And no, they're not going to go for it. Nate Drake is back in punt formation. Back to receive the kick. I can't quite get the number again.
I don't have positions on my roster.
Timeout.
And timeout, Ririe. They may be talking about this. I don't know if they want to go for it or not. They may be discussing this. 17-0. 25 seconds left in the first quarter at Clare Level Field here at Ririe High School. And pretty much everything gone Ririe's way so far tonight.
Well, it's their homecoming. You know, they've come off a 2-game losing streak where they got, well, you said lost by an average of 20-some-odd points.
They haven't scored.
You know, that's got to fire you up a little bit. And, of course, we're here, so obviously that, no, just kidding.
I'm sure that fired them up a whole lot.
Sure, yeah.
Idaho Sports who?
Who? Idaho Sports what? No, it's a good time. I mean, the cheerleaders are pumped up. Students are pumped up. Crowd's pumped up.
They knew who I was at the front gate, so that's good. At least somebody knows we're here.
Somebody did, like Lauren Jensen?
Well, they
Lauren's
didn't know.
Here. Lauren's
I
here.
said I was with Idaho Sports.
Oh.
They didn't know me by name.
Okay. All right. You say I'm
not
one
that
of the roadies.
famous yet.
You're not
Soon.
that famous.
So Ririe is not going to change their mind. They will punt the football with Nate Drake doing the punting. Back to receive the punt for Grace is Dan Hubbard, number 21. And Hubbard's very dangerous. You got to watch him on this punt return. And that might be blocked by Grace. I hope for Nate Drake's sake that was blocked. He didn't just shank that, but I thought a Grace player got a hand on it.
Josh Benson came up with it. 5'7" senior. He went down with it and thought about coming up and then went, oh, wait a minute, I'm in high school.
I can't do that.
Can't do that.
So this is the best field position that Grace has had all night. They start off on their own 43-yard line.
Lauren, I think you were in charge of bringing mosquito spray.
I was. I was probably because I didn't check my email.
You didn't get that memo.
Yeah. At least you wore pants. You were smart enough to wear pants. Not that Jeff and I aren't wearing pants.
It's cold on this side of the state when the sun goes down.
I formation behind Lloyd. Might be the last play of the first quarter. Lloyd with the give.
Ooh. Nice hit.
Kendall Bitten. Nice run. Nice hit. And that'll bring us to the end of the quarter number one here at newly coined Clare Level Field at Ririe High School. So at the end of one, it's Ririe 17, Grace nothing. Keep it on IdahoSports.com.
Fresh out of high school and starting out, or looking for a new career. One thing in common, there's no doubt about North Idaho College, changing lives every day.
Get the training you need for today's careers through one of the many career programs at North Idaho College. High-tech training for today's jobs. North Idaho College.
Changing lives every day, North Idaho College.
Funny as like.
Start of quarter number two here at Ririe High School. 17-0. Ririe on top of Grace. First quarter pretty much belonged to Ririe. Grace has the ball now, though, in pretty good field position. Second down, and let's call it about 7 on the 48-yard line. See if Grace can capitalize on this nice field position. If you're watching the game, shoot us an email to webcast@idahosports.com. Tell us where you're watching the game from, who you're rooting for. They're shooting footballs up in the stands. I keep waiting for a football, but no one gives me one. I want a football or a T-shirt. So here we go. Second down now. Actually, 2nd and 3 now for Grace. They switch positions. Lloyd in the shotgun.
Oh. Number 21? Number 27.
He's looking for Dan Hubbard. Had him open at about the 30-yard line. Just overshot him.
He catches that. If he can break it, it's 6. If not, it's at least great field position at about the 10-yard line.
3rd and 3 now for Grace. Wood once again going to be in the shotgun. Nope, now he's under center. I formation. Standard I. Grace with the Lloyd with the pitch. Josh Benson with the carry, and he is going to be close to the first down, and I think he has it by where they mark it.
Brought down by Ben Sommers. 6'1", 165. They got a lot of seniors on their roster.
Ririe is a very senior-dominated team this year. Like we said, they lost about 90% of their skill position players last year from offense. So they've had trouble scoring some points this year, up until now. Now it's a scoring frenzy for Ririe. 1st and 10 now for Grace. Lloyd rolling to his right. He's got a man open at the 40.
There it is.
Down to the 30-yard line. Found Dan Hubbard once again. Hubbard's his favorite target.
That was a good pass. Running to his right. Little off balance. Got it to him. Good for the first down. Moved the chains. Things are looking good for the Grizzlies.
You can see now Grace has got some more confidence. That first quarter was, you just kind of wipe that away.
Right. Forget it happened. Just
start from scratch. Good drive here for Grace. 1st and 10 on the Ririe 30-yard line. Lloyd back in the shotgun. Man in motion is Hubbard. Lloyd to Bitten. That little pass out in the flat doesn't go very far. Maybe a yard. 2nd down 9 now for Grace.
It's nice to hear the pep band.
Yes, it is. A nice hometown pep band, too.
Yeah.
Great crowd tonight, too. Great pep band, great crowd. They got the mascot below. They got cheerleaders, hot dogs, and nachos on the concession stand. This is a great night for football. Lloyd rolling to his right, looking for somebody open. He's got him open down mid, and it is caught, but it's caught out of bounds by Ririe. It's not an interception. Since I didn't think he got a foot down.
No, he called it out. He was wide open, but he got him about 2 seconds too late. He let the defense come up behind him.
So 3rd down and about 9.5 now for Grace, and I wouldn't put it past Coach Steve Millward. If you don't get the first down here, this is 2 chances to get 9 yards right now.
Right.
They're going to go for it on 4th down if they don't get it here. High formation behind Lloyd. Lloyd rolling to his left. He's got a man incomplete. Looking for Dan Hubbard once again at about the 30-yard line and overshot him. So 4th and 10 now. So I know, Paul, I know you'd go for it.
Yeah, I would. But,
well,
especially down 17-0.
If you're down 17-0.
On the road.
4th and 10 from the 30. If you try a field goal and miss it, the ball goes to what, to the 20?
I think that must be the 20.
So you only give up 10 yards. So why not go for it? If you don't
let
get
it
it,
all hang out.
The ball to the 30. Go for it here. You're in kind of that no man's land.
Right.
Man in motion, Josh Benson. Lloyd in the shotgun. Lloyd rolling to his right, being pressured. Looks over the middle. Caught! Breaks a tackle. 20, 10, 5, and touchdown, Grace. Wow, 4th and 10 from the 30-yard line. And Dan Hubbard, Todd Lloyd's favorite target, takes it to the house for a Grizzly touchdown.
Touchdown on a great aggressive play.
Love that play call. That little slant over the middle. If you break one tackle, you're gone.
Yep.
And that's what happened.
That timing on that pass has to be perfect, too. A little bit behind, he's toast.
Great call. So Grace on the scoreboard now. 10:31 left in the second quarter. 17-6 now. Ririe on top. In for the extra point is Brock Jorgensen, the old-fashioned, old-school straight-on kicker. I love it. He's going to toe punch it over the goal.
Come out. No, stay in. No, come out. Stay in.
A little confusion.
Yeah.
And there's a flag on the play. It's going to be procedure. It's going to be a lot of different things on Grace, and Rivie's going to decline that, I imagine. So it'll be the motion call officially on Grace. Can you deny that penalty, or do you have to just push him back 5 yards on the extra point? No, they're denying. I guess they're declining it.
Yeah.
So 10:31 left in the second quarter here from Claire Level Field. Ririe 17. Grace on the scoreboard now has 6. Keep it right here on IdahoSports.com.
At Les Schwab, we like going the extra mile, and you're the reason.
The reason for our quality line of reliable batteries. Dependable shocks and struts to help with safer handling. The reason for complete brake service from experienced technicians. And our supermarket selection of tires and wheels. At Les Schwab, we appreciate your business. It's why we provide money-back warranties and service you can count on. You are the reason.
Well, that's true.
And we're back to level field here. 10:31 left in the second quarter. Ririe 17, Grace 6. Grizzlies on the scoreboard on a nice pitch and catch. 30-yard touchdown pass from Todd Lloyd to his favorite target, Dan Hubbard. Grace now is going to kick off to Ririe. Spencer Richards back deep for the Bulldogs, along with Jonathan Lovell. There's the kickoff, going to shanks it off to the right. That's a live ball if you don't fall on it. And the Bulldogs do fall on it at about the 29-yard line. Pulling on by Jonathan Lovell. So now this is the worst field position Ririe has had all night, and they're on their own 29-yard line, which really isn't. Actually, the market on the 26 officially. So
well, that really explains why they're up 17-6.
It does. It really does. So let's see if Grace's defense can stiffen here, get the ball back. Just a beautiful night for football. Just gorgeous night here in Ririe.
You're right, it is getting a little chilly, Lauren.
That's why I brought my sweater.
Like Logan Hamilton now in the game, the quarterback for Ririe. He give up the middle to Lovell. Doesn't get much.
You wear a sweater. Nice.
It's a cardigan, but
oh,
thanks for noticing. Oh, come on.
I'm thinking. Jim Carrey.
Yeah. What movie?
Pull
it wasn't
over.
Actually Jim Carrey who says it, but.
Right.
Second down and 9 now for the Bulldogs. Logan Hamilton now in the game at quarterback, replacing Nate Drake.
No.
You know, guys, I don't know if I like this. You have momentum with Nate Drake at quarterback,
right?
And you take him out.
Yeah, you're right.
Nothing against Logan Hamilton. I'm sure he's a fine quarterback, but you're taking away your momentum by putting a new quarterback in there, aren't you?
Absolutely. And what other team did we see that did that? Was that Burley?
Burley did that too.
In a true quarterback rotation, and we talked about it then.
No, it wasn't Burley. It was the
Tim Few.
Tim Few from Utah.
Tim Few, Utah. They did that. And it's just when a quarterback has to get in the groove, he has to get in the the groove of the game, and just when he almost has a chance to do that, he's getting taken out. So in the back of his mind, he's got to wonder, when am I being taken out, instead of just focusing on the game.
Exactly. So it's Bulldogs call timeout. 3rd and 7 now. 3rd and 7 from the 29-yard line. Yeah, Nate Drake was doing a great job at quarterback. He was running, he was throwing, doing a nice job, and now you take him out, and you can tell Rivie's kind of stumbled here a little bit. 3rd and 7 now.
Mascot rocks, Jeff.
It's a great mascot.
I'm impressed with the mascot.
He's got a heck of an air guitar going on.
The mascot's a she, actually.
She has
a she inside that.
Guitar. Great cheerleading squad doing their job over here. Don't see one for Grace. Maybe they don't travel.
I don't. Maybe you guys already talked about this, but why is Ririe's team on the opposite side of the field? Like,
that's a good point. I do not know. Why is the home team
away from the
fans? That's a good question. We did not talk about that, but that's why you're here.
God, you're observant.
Thank you.
Now Nate Drake back in the game, a quarterback now for Ririe. 3rd and 7 from the 29. Grace showing some pressure right up the gut. Now they fall back. The give to Garrett Smith.
That was a good play.
Great. He's got the corner. First down, Bulldogs. Great blocking around that left-hand side, and Smith gets the first down for Ririe.
There was a good fake on that first handoff. He really sold it well. Turned around, handed it off, ran around. Pretty much the entire Grace team bid on it. They had to catch up to him. Got the first down.
So first down, Bulldogs. Drive stays alive here.
Of course, we have Jeff Pedersen, one of the best action photographers in the state, here. And he got a T-shirt. He got a Ririe T-shirt.
Yeah, he did. Look at that. There he is right there. He got a T-shirt.
Even though he has a Ririe T-shirt, he's still impartial down there on the field in his action photos.
First and 10 from the 36. Man. There's the pitch. Fumble. The ball's on the ground. And there's a flag on the ground as well.
That was a turf bounce.
A bounce right back to him. That bounce right back to Jonathan Lovell.
They grow good grass here in Ririe.
They do. It's a very nice field, actually. I'll ask Jeff Pedersen if they have that shirt in men's sizes. Hi, Jeff.
Brutal.
Looks good, Jeff. Jeff modeling the shirt for us.
That's going to be 5 yards marked off against the Bulldogs. So first and 15 for Ririe. Jeff now taking pictures of us.
He is. In fact, I need him to take your picture before we leave, Lawrence. We get your press pass.
Yes, we should do that.
Well, they already know him everywhere, don't they? I mean, he just walked in here and said, "I'm Lauren Benson."
He just has to say Lauren.
Yeah, he goes by one name.
Madonna, Sting.
He's like Madonna, Sting, Lauren. Hamilton with the carry right up the gut. Gets close to the original line of scrimmage, a little short, so be third and about 12 now for Ririe. Lloyd in on tackle for Grace. Actually, second down 13 now, not third. Second and 13 for Ririe. Looks like Logan Hamilton back in the game at quarterback for Ririe. He was a starting quarterback until he had a concussion and had to sit out that West Side game, but he looks like he's back and playing fine now. He's in the shotgun. Receiver split to left, to right. And going to have delay a game on the Bulldogs, I believe. Yep. So second down and 13 turns now to second down and 18.
Got our white hat, Dan Owens. Umpired some baseball with him.
Really?
Yeah. He's a good official.
So second down, about 18 now for Ririe. Hamilton still in the game at quarterback. He'll be in the shotgun. Man in motion's Garrett Smith. Hamilton heaves it downfield, and that's going to be almost intercepted. Actually, the receiver, number 15, Ethan Chadwick, kind of turned from offense to defense and smacked that one away.
Right. It was great offensive defense. It's a good mindset. I mean, that's something that you have to learn early, and you have to be heads up out there. Do I go for the ball or do I knock the ball away? Good heads up play.
Yeah, that could have been picked off, but Chadwick did a nice job of smacking that ball down. So third down and 18 now for Ririe. Let's see if they do that ever clever draw play that no one ever suspects, but I hate that draw play. It's like a give up, to me at least. So Drake now in the quarterback. Hamilton is going wide to the left. Man in motion is Smith. Drake back to pass. Looks over the middle, and that is caught at the 42-yard line, short of the first down, but great catch by Ethan Chadwick. And he got lit up as soon as he caught the ball.
Quarterbacks don't make friends with the receivers by throwing high passes over the middle.
No. I think Nate Drake owes him dinner tomorrow night.
I think so. Absolutely. And he didn't get leveled as hard as he could have.
No.
A lot of defensive guys, they'll see that. They'll wait for him to catch it. They'll line up and take a shot.
Looks like they're going to Nate Drake back to punt for Ririe. Back deep is Hubbard on about his own 30-yard line for Grace.
Good punt.
Good punt. Gets a Ririe bounce. Great bounce. Wow. And that's picked up by Hubbard at about the 10. He'll bring it back. Breaking tackles. Nice run down the right-hand side. Gets all the way out to about the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to see from here, but nice job by Hubbard.
23, somewhere in there, but yeah. After picking it up, and like you said about that 9.5-yard line, could have been a lot worse for the Grizzlies.
So after kind of a iffy start by Grace, things have kind of settled down a little bit. It's only 17-6. Yeah, really anybody's ball game. It's 6:51 left in the first quarter. Or second quarter, excuse me.
I thought they said that press box was tight. It's a pretty big press box.
Yeah, but there's somebody in front of every window. There's not a lot of window space in the press box.
I guess that's true.
Lloyd now under center. It's standard I formation. Lloyd rolling to his right. He's got a man caught. Close to a first down for Grace. So after a kind of an iffy first quarter, Grace has really settled down and started putting some offense together here.
Right.
First down Grizzlies.
football's not so much a game of ebb and flow as basketball is, but it still has its tide-turning plays. And with Ririe scoring that early and that much, we knew it was going to settle down and Grace would come back into it. But that hole they got dug into, it's rough. If you're down a touchdown or so coming like this, it's not so bad. But 17-6 makes it a little harder, but it's not impossible.
Exactly. 1st and 10 for Grace on their own 34-yard line. And Grace has shown the potential to score some points on that nice little slant touchdown pass that we saw in the first quarter. I formation now behind Lloyd. Lloyd looks over the middle, intercepted. Picked off by Taylor Peck of Ririe. No, excuse me, that's picked off by 59, Ryan Winters.
Is that his second?
That's his second pick tonight. And I'm not sure where Lloyd was throwing that ball. He was under duress.
Did he get hit?
He might have gotten hit when he threw it.
He was going down when he threw it.
He might have got hit, but that's
go down with the ball.
You don't want to throw it late over the middle.
Losing some yards is better than turning the ball over.
Yep.
That's the second gift wrap ball that he's had planted in his hands.
No, if you get down early, 17-6, you try to press a little bit.
Flag in the backfield, looking over the sideline.
It's going to be on delay game, Ririe.
What is that? Wasn't delayed.
No,
that was.
I don't know what that
was. Man out of the huddle. What's that?
Breaking the
huddle. Broke the huddle with 12.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. What's the official title for that? Breaking the huddle with 12. Play thingy. Flipjack, nipple winger.
Webcast at idahosports.com for all your email needs. Give us a shout out. Bunch formation now for the Bulldogs. To give right up the middle, breaking tackles. Jared Smith with another carry. He's tough to bring down.
He is. Like we mentioned before, he's ranked number 1 in the state in his weight class in wrestling. I talked to his dad before the game, and his big concern was him getting hurt during football so he couldn't wrestle.
Priorities.
Yes.
Well, wrestling in Idaho is absolutely bigger, bigger than football.
Yes.
I mean, it's huge.
It's not as, quote, popular, but it's definitely bigger with a bigger fan base.
5:40 and counting left in the second quarter. 17-6. Ririe on top of Grace. Ball is on the 27-yard line of Grace. So Ririe once again good field position. Smith once again with a carry. Doesn't get a whole lot up the middle. Going to bring up third down now for the Bulldogs.
That looks like a victory formation, like a half expected to just take a kneel.
It was a real bunch formation that we hadn't seen tonight.
It's like everybody just surge forward and try to push the pile.
We got some scores, Paul, from around the state, or we got a couple at least, don't we?
We do. Hillcrest is up on Bonneville in the second last. We heard 8-0 Civil War. Capital is up on Bora 28-0 at the end of the first. Buell 22-0 over Burley.
Wow, that's a surprise. Burley,
Buell's ranked pretty high though.
Yeah, Burley won their last game. They beat the Idaho High School in Twin Falls, Canyon Ridge. Drake in the shotgun, going to take it himself. Late pitch, ball's on the ground. And it's fallen on by, I think Jonathan Lovell fell on that for Ririe. Neither team has really mastered that pitch tonight, so that might be out of the playbook pretty soon.
Yeah, I think I've seen 1 or 2 successful pitches. The others have been almost disastrous. So Century is up on Madison right now in the first 15-12, which justifies me voting for Century in the media poll.
I saw you have Century in the top 5, and I was wondering if you took your meds that morning, but
I voted for Century every week now.
Thank
you very much.
They're 2-0 though.
They are. I took heat when you actually came to my rescue. You got my back when I voted them in the first week, and Pocatello hadn't played yet, and here they are still winning. So go D-backs.
4th and 9 from the 29 for Ririe. They're going for it. Drake in the shotgun. Man in motion is Smith.
Oh.
And that is going to be incomplete. Drake did a pump fake. I think the ball kind of slipped out of his hand a little bit.
He was getting tackled as he threw it as well. It makes it hard to hit your target.
So, once again, Grace holds, though. They gave up 17 early points, and now they've held the last 3 or 4 possessions.
Right. I mean, all that was made possible by the Grace defense.
And they didn't move the ball far on that after that turnover either.
Nope.
I mean, that's a good job by their defense to hold them.
Hey, Josh Jensen, number 8, warming up on the sideline. He's a backup quarterback. I wonder if we'll see him coming into the game here in a few minutes for Todd Lloyd.
Well, I have some eligibility left. I could go dress down real quick.
I formation, Lloyd with a pitch.
Oh, he's in
That is
trouble.
going absolutely nowhere. That was sniffed out way ahead of time. Kevin Parker was first person there to bring the running back down. Loss of about 10 yards for Grace. Second down and 20 now for Grace. Not a whole lot in your playbook for second and 20 on your own 20-yard line. Makes things does not make things fun if you're the offensive coordinator. Lloyd rolling out. It's got plenty of time. Dumps it off. Dumps it off to Tanner Young. He fights for some yardage out to about the 25.
They were looking deep as their first option there, but he just couldn't get the wheels to get in front of the defense. Second option wasn't bad, though. Got him almost to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, a big third and about 11 now for Grace, so it's a manageable first down. It's doable. .243 left in the second quarter. 17-6, Ririe over Grace. Lloyd in the shotgun, flanked by two running backs. That's going to be pass interference on Ririe. Yeah, Dan Hubbard wide open at the 40-yard line. That would have been a first down, and he was just shoved in the back by, might have been Spencer Richards. They hit him, number 21.
Let's see.
He was just shoved in the back, so that's going to be
15-yard penalty. 15-yard penalty. So do they give him the full 15 yards, or do they just give him the first down?
They should get the full 15 yards.
So it should be marked, what, about the 43-yard line, around there? So it'll be first down Grace regardless, but let's see if they give him the full 15.
Nope, they gave him 10.
10. Well, they'll take it.
And well, see, that's the whole thing with the high school rules with pass interference. Give it at the spot of the foul, or else it just makes sense to do pass interference anytime.
Sure.
And that just endangers the receiver.
No huddle. Lloyd with a handoff. Up the gut goes Trevor Simonson, 5'11 junior. He does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now Grace calls a timeout. They're going to talk about it. 2:14 left in the second quarter. 17-6, Ririe on top. Second and 10 on their own 43-yard line. So they have time to put some points on the board here. Paul, what do you do? I know you want to pass it. So
pull everybody else off. Fire the kicker. Pass it. So second 11. You've got some options here.
No, I like that slant play over the middle. The receiver that scored their touchdown early in the second quarter.
It's been working for them.
Yeah.
I mean, and they actually have a good decoy of going long. It's been working. Have a guy cut back across the middle. I think that's a good play. If he doesn't get the first down, he'll at least pick up, 4 or 5 yards off of it. Whittle into that 11 yards anyway. Remember, you can pick up the DVD or the CD of the game. The DVD is $19.95, and this year we are not charging shipping, so it's free shipping on the DVD. And if you get the CD, it's just playable on your computer. The DVD is playable on your television. There's a little button right there in your webcast player. Click it during halftime, so you don't miss any of the game. Order your CD of the game.
So second down 11 now for the Grizz. Lloyd under center. Standard I formation. Lloyd with the pitch. It's a reverse. Oh!
Good play.
Dan Hubbard with the ball. Drag down 40-yard line. First down Grace. Great call. Boy, little misdirection like you said. Great call by the offensive coordinator.
And he cut back up the middle. If he would have stuck to the right-hand side, the outside, he could have picked up another 5-10 yards, possibly even broke them all and scored a touchdown.
Dan Hubbard's in a nice
Great
job
run.
tonight for the Grizzlies. I formation now behind Lloyd. Grizz on the move at the 40. Lloyd, 3-step drop. Flat, pass out in the flat, caught. And a bounce at the 30-yard line. It's going to stop the clock. Brandon Matthews with the catch. And the Grizz now showing a little offense here late in the second quarter. 1:54 left. First and 10 from the 30.
No huddles working for him.
And this is where they did that little slant over the middle here on their touchdown, right about here.
That was kind of a 30% huddle. I think 4 or 5 of them got together and talked about something, and the rest just set up.
Strong side right formation for the Grizz. Lloyd in the shotgun. 3-step drop. Look, he's going to look over the middle. He's got a man open in the end zone. Incomplete. Overshot him. Overshot Damian Martinez. That would have been 6.
If you're the quarterback, you say he didn't run fast enough.
If you're a team player, you say, my bad. Yeah, Boyd Martinez was wide open, too.
Right.
Great play call. But the clock stops, so it's 2nd down and 10 now for Grace. 1:49 left in the first quarter. Grizzlies on the march. About the 30-yard line. Lloyd now in the I formation. A little pass out in the flat, incomplete. Looking for Hubbard again. 3rd and 10.
You know, the plays are good and the receivers are there. Quarterback needs to settle down a little bit. You know, and in the second half, who knows what can happen.
That last pass was thrown a little high and outside. Get a little more touch on that. 1:45 left in the second quarter. 17-6. Ririe on top of Grace. 3rd and 10 now for the Grizzlies. Lloyd in the shotgun. Pressure on Lloyd. Looks over the middle. That might be picked. It is picked off. That's picked off by Jacob Lewis. That ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage and was kind of a floater.
I think it was number 12 we should be thanking for that pick. I think he's the one that tipped it.
Tad Jorgensen. No, that's not. I'm looking at the wrong roster. Number 12.
Brady Abbott. I believe that was him that went in there and tipped it. And he didn't tip it hard. He tipped it just enough to take the air out of it, right into his arms.
A heartbreaker for Grace. On the move, looking for another score, and they got denied.
You know, those guys are taught, get your hands up just in case for plays just like that.
So Ririe now takes over. And Nate Drake with the handoff. That's Garrett Smith with the carry. He gets about 3 yards up to the 30-yard line. Garrett Smith's had a nice night on the ground. He's tough to bring down. Of course, he's a wrestler, which means he's tough to begin with.
He's got good strength in the lower body.
2nd down and about 4 now for Ririe. Clock ticking down in the second quarter. Minute 8 and counting.
Oh, he breaks out.
That's Spencer Richards breaking tackles for the first down for Ririe. The clock will stop temporarily now to mark the change again. Ball's marked right about the 40-yard line now for Ririe.
Of course, stay tuned at halftime. We're going to bring you all of the homecoming festivities. We have floats. We have homecoming queens, homecoming kings, princes, princesses. Lauren, were you homecoming queen? King? Sorry. Were you homecoming king?
No.
I saw his dress. He looked really nice.
But I did get to ride in on a carriage, a horse-drawn carriage.
Garrett Smith with another nice run, close to the first down. Might be about a half-yard short, but another tough run by Garrett Smith.
I thought it was a rule that only the football players could be homecoming king.
They opened up the voting. They opened up the voting to anybody. Yeah.
So Ririe calls timeout. 32 seconds left in the first half. They're up 17-6 on Grace. 2nd down and 1 now. Don't be surprised here if Ririe looks deep. They take a shot here. The ball's right about midfield. They've gone deep a couple times tonight for their 2 touchdowns. So look for maybe a deep pass here by the Bulldogs.
It might as well. I mean, that'd be a dagger.
That would
Grace. I mean, almost, driving down here, turn the ball over, and then have Ririe score in the last minute of the game. That'd be kind of deflating for Grace.
Being down 17-6 is one thing. That's doable.
Yeah.
24-6 is a little different story. Century still on top of Madison, 15-12. Carey just obliterating Murtaugh, 46-6. First quarter.
Carey has a habit of doing that, though.
Carey's awfully good. Carey, Prairie, Oakley, they just dominate the 1A level.
Yep. Remember, we will be doing the Emotion Bowl. Watch it exclusively on IdahoSports.com this year on October 9th. It's going to be a blast.
I heard it's a big game.
Tends to be, yeah.
Man, emotion's level. Drake, pump fake, he's looking deep, and it is incomplete. Looking for Logan Hamilton on the sidelines. The ball falls incomplete. And we thought he might go deep on that last pass, and he did. .28 seconds left in the first half. 17-6 Ririe on top. See Hillcrest ahead of Bonneville 21-0. Capital ahead of Bora 28-0. And Buell still on top of Burley, 22-0. Blackfoot taking care of Idaho Falls, 35-7. And, you know, Blackfoot is a team that I think can take Hillcrest. Game of the year, Blackfoot and Hillcrest. That's going to be the end of the game. Drake down, that pass in the flat, caught. First down. Caught by Ethan Chadwick.
Only took 6 seconds on the play.
22 seconds left. Ririe driving. They're ahead 17-6. Great student section tonight. Pep band, cheerleaders, mascot, everything.
Oh, the parents were standing up singing the fight song. Wow.
Drake looking over the middle deep. That's caught.
Oh, he almost.
Down to about the 10-yard line. Caught by Brady Abbott. Ririe knocking on the door late in the first half. 8 seconds left. Time for maybe 2 plays at the most. If you go in the end zone, you can get 2 plays off right now.
We got a flag, though, in the backfield.
Ball's marked at a 10-yard line. There's a flag.
Well,
that'll be tacked on towards to the end of the play as well. Let's see what the referees officially are going to mark this.
They're inside the 10 now.
Yeah, they're inside the 10. First and goal, 8 seconds left. You can get 2 plays off. You can go to the end zone. Mass confusion up front, and the ball snap at a timeout was called before that. I don't think everyone got the memo on that.
Was I the bottle cap or was I the stick?
So officially now 6.5 seconds left.
Oh, they're throwing up footballs again.
So 6.5 seconds left. You got time for 1 play for sure.
Come on, wave your hands, Paul.
I'm waving. You know, we were doing a game. Gary and I were doing a game, and they actually got it up to us.
See, the cheerleaders have a good arm. I'm not counting on it.
Oh. She had nice form.
Yeah.
Nice form.
Oh, there, she's got one still.
Oh, come on, throw a spiral. Right here. I'm in the end zone. I'm open. No.
She has no idea we're even here.
Idaho Sports who? Nice tight spiral from the cheerleader, and the Bulldog goosed the cheerleader on the throw.
No, if you're a mascot, you can do anything you want.
Really? Is that the rule?
Yeah. If you're a mascot, you can do anything you want. It doesn't matter. If you got that furry head on.
IdahoSports.com mascot? You can do anything you want.
I want.
As long as your face is covered, it doesn't matter.
And it's all for fun. Here we go.
Drake, shotgun, looking in the end zone. It is almost picked off. Trevor Simonson on the coverage. Nice coverage.
2 ticks on the clock.
2 seconds left. Time for 1 play. And this will do it for the first half, this next play.
I heard a story, though, about a mascot who was in an airport, and he was, like, getting his picture taken with people, just like a random person dressed up in a suit, a monkey suit. And the cops came and, like, asked him for his name, but he didn't tell them until they arrested him.
He's a mascot. They don't talk.
Exactly. But they arrested him, so you can get in trouble.
Drake now. No pressure. He's it towards the corner to the right-hand side. Jump ball. Incomplete. To the jump ball in the corner. Receiver couldn't get it, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first half. From newly crowned Clare Level Field here at Ririe High School. Halftime scores, Ririe 17, Grace 6. Stick around. We'll be filming the halftime festivities at Homecoming. Kings and queens and princesses and dragons and all sorts of fun stuff here at Homecoming. Hopefully we'll get a hot dog or a hamburger or something, please. So stick around. You're watching IdahoSports.com.
The country has a need, you drop what you're doing and you go support.
The National Guard has 2 missions: protect the United States in a time of crisis, and also right there at home with your neighbors and your community in the state of an emergency.
Those are the times when you see the true colors.
This guy is a computer programmer, this guy's a police officer, this guy's a doctor. They bring those skills into their National Guard job.
They have their civilian career and their family, and then literally change clothes, and they become a soldier.
We had been launched to Houston to rescue people from floods, and there was a pregnant woman. She was just absolutely terrified. Just wanted to give her a real big smile and let her know that she was okay. It's days like that. That's what makes me love what I do.
We know the sacrifices, we know the consequences. We don't have a safe job, and we're all willing to accept that.
This is a oath, a commitment that I took, that I fully understand. I volunteered for this.
It's an everyday process. The new guys come in, old guys like me going out, hey, that's what it's supposed to be, you know.
I finally found a place where I fit in. They're my family. I'd do anything for them.
It's very real. I mean, one day you could be doing search and rescues. The next day you could be asked to go on a deployment overseas.
The National Guard is rock solid because we care. We believe in giving back to the country that gives us so much.
National Guard members are our sons and our daughters, our neighbors, our co-workers. It's almost the DNA of America.
Looks like everybody thought for a big step back. Some smarter than others.
It's like toss the egg with footballs.
Looks like all four have thought in. The ball is still back. They're playing for thousands of Monopoly dollars in cash prizes.
Oh, they're like an egg toss.
I think you're supposed to step back after you pass. I'm so confused. What's the score?
She laid out for it.
Does that rule the catch? I think they're going to rule that a catch. They'll back them up another, and they're just almost 3 yards from each other now. Wow. We got some young quarterbacks, buddy, here. Whoa, he had to run for it, but he got it. Wow, some kind of shotgun for that time. All four once again catch. I think our freshmen are out, and the seniors are out. Wow, comes down to a fierce competition. You can see the glare in the eye. 20-yard pass. Wow, both caught. Great passes out there. Almost looked like John Elway in his 90s.
That's good.
Back. Oh, the sophomore is able to catch that one. Quack. Oh, the long shot once again.
These two closer ones have a little better spiral going on.
Wow. That was a good
The other
spiral,
two,
too.
they got it. There's
And we have a concussion on the play. Some great throws out there. Hunter Parker, are you taking lessons? Whoa! That was a great pass. Stop! Oh!
They're still in there.
I'm not sure who won or lost this contest, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to have a throw-off? We're still having a throw-off? I know my shoulder hurts. It's a good thing we don't have a contest for fat, funny-looking guys on the mic. Oh, nice catch out there. Peyton Wood. Oh! I think that means that the sophomores, if somebody just put it below the booth, the sophomores finally won something. That's pretty hard. But let's give all our contestants a big round of applause.
What? Oh, okay, all right. Kate. Yeah, I saw that. That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that'd be great to have somebody cover some volleyball. Great.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a break here for the halftime. No more listening to. We can see it on the mic. I am reminded that the PTSO is selling shirts. If you need a shirt, talk to the PTSO. Where are they located? They're located where? Oh, ask for Terry Nelson. Terry Nelson, if you need a shirt, get your shirt and you'll be in church. Anyway, this would be the second half of Ririe's homecoming parade. The first float we see here is, I believe, the sophomore. If I knew your names, I would tell you. I know Striker. Say that again.
Oh, sorry.
The name Striker this year. Right now, it's great to see that he has his driver's license back after that terrible reckless driving charge that I think was bogus. I think anybody traveling down that sidewalk would have hit the guy. Kirsten Kendrick is the royalty for the sophomore. Thank you very much. And I now have a spotter for the royalty. Is that correct? G? I apologize. I'm kind of dumb up here. It's terrible. So that's your junior royalty. Driven expertly by Mr. Jerry Parker. This driving makes 90-year-old ladies very, very proud. Okay, for the senior royalty here, we have Kendall Salmon, Kyle Shaw, Erica Simmons, and Big Bad Ben Burton. And the truck, the Gateway truck, is it driven by James Dillon? Who's driving? The driver of the truck, thank you for coming. It might be Russell Jensen. He's covering himself because he doesn't want to be made fun of. Incidentally, I'm told that truck is 40 miles to the gallon, ladies and gentlemen. 40 gallons to the mile. I was wrong. I did. But that's a really nice lowrider. And for the freshmen, we have Caleb Nelson and Sammy Summers. Caleb, not Paul, as I stated last time. Caleb Nelson, Sammy Summers. And thank you to the driver of the Ririe pickup. And I remind all of our drivers, no burnout. I'm sorry. This isn't NASCAR. No burnout. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you smell that great food, that is because there is great food down there at the Blue Shack. You need to go down there and check out what they have. Get your world-famous Booster Burger, made out of the finest boosters in the world. And all the other fine stuff they have down there. So let's give a great big round of applause to all of our royalty. I see us still on the desk. You guys all look very, very sharp. Thank you very, very much.
Kristen Armstrong, Olympic gold medalist and world champion cyclist. To compete with the world's best requires a sports drink packed with the replenishing power of calcium, vitamin B12, and all the essential nutrients found in only one drink. You've got to be kidding me.
No, actually, chocolate milk's perfect after workouts. Ask any athlete.
My bad. Sorry. Can we recue the chocolatey tag? Chocolate milk. Straight up.
Should I go to my life and have a life?
University of classes that escape the classroom.
Of my life starts now.
Of not just higher learning, but smarter learning.
University of where I am is not where I'm going to be. What about the University of moving up my estimated time of arrival?
University of I'm a work in progress. I've set the bar high.
Way high.
University of I'm not ready to settle.
Not now.
Not ever. How about University of my hopes, my dreams?
I'm thinking University of now's the time.
One university understands how you live today and where you want to go tomorrow. University of Phoenix. For more than 30 years, University of Phoenix has given working students a chance to attend college without putting their lives on hold. Online classes, flexible schedules, and more than 190 locations make it possible to balance your life with the life you want to have. University of Phoenix. Thinking ahead.
That's going to be Miles. He's going to go to the touchdown to the house, number 5. Hopefully 5 or 6 points. Duffman's going to go up top. He's got a man. It's caught by Wynn, and he's going to score a touchdown.
Since we got in the loop, we really enjoy quality time with our son.
He's almost asleep.
Oh, sorry, honey. He's only 6 weeks old. But with Quest Fiber Optic Fast Internet, he's already drafted his first fantasy sports team.
With your help, of course.
My son and I have sports nights every night because with DirecTV service through Quest, we get access to more than 265 digital channels. So there's always a game to watch.
Even if it's with the mute button on.
Plus, we still have the reliability of Quest home phone service, but added Verizon Wireless.
All in the same bill.
And we're saving so much money with our Quest bundle, we signed the little guy up for football camp. Hockey camp? Baseball camp.
Maybe he'll be an announcer. Bundle with Quest and get fiber optic fast internet, DirecTV service, Verizon Wireless, and home phone. All available through Quest, all at a totally amazing price. Call, click, or come in to get in the loop with Quest.
Fiber optic service only available in select areas. Hardware available separately. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Welcome back. We are at halftime here at Ririe High School, the newly crowned Clare Level Field. Ririe on top of Grace, 17-6. And, you know, if you're Grace, you just want to take back about 9 minutes of that first quarter because that's when Ririe scored all their points. They were ahead 17-0 before we knew what happened. And from that time on, it's been a pretty even ball game. But unfortunately for Grace, you can't just kind of wipe off the first 9 minutes of the ball game. But Ririe looked very good in the first quarter tonight. You know, they hadn't scored a point all year up until tonight. They got beat by Soda 21-0. They got beat by Westside 22-0. And in about the first 8 minutes tonight, they already scored 17 points. So a nice showing by Ririe tonight. In its homecoming, we saw the Kings and the Queens. We saw the floats. No dragons, though.
Dragons.
So I was very unhappy. But we do have cheeseburgers.
We got our cheeseburgers.
Which is awesome. Very cool. We're going to scarf those down here, Eddie. They're going to go pretty quickly. Paul, you're what does Grace need to do to get back in this ball? I mean, they're in the ball game.
They're in the ball game.
I mean, they've shown potential. They can move the football.
I think the biggest thing they need to overcome is confidence. I mean, they're coming out of the half down, 17-6. You know, the last thing they want to do is go, oh, we're down 17-6. We can't come back. They have to look at this as a brand new ball game. Forget the score. It's 0-0 right now for the Grace Grizzlies. And they just have to come out and play their ball game. They're very capable of winning. They just have to come out, put a lot of good plays together instead of sporadically and then, throwing an interception here and there, a fumble, whatever. They have to quit the beating themselves, basically.
Yeah, when you're down 17-6, you tend to push a little harder.
Yeah.
Or you do things you're not capable of doing. You kind of play outside yourself. And you saw Todd Lloyd, the quarterback, when he's had time to throw the football, he's been very accurate tonight.
Absolutely. But
when he's pressured and when he's, he knows he's down 17-6. So he may be trying to do a little bit too much for Grace. So if they just kind of stay within themselves, they get one score here, one score there, they're right back in the ball game. And they're only down 17-6, so it's anybody's ball game. But tonight for Ririe, I've been very impressed with the backfield. Jonathan Lovell, Garrett Smith, both have played very well tonight for Ririe. Quarterback, they kind of rotated the quarterbacks a little bit. Nate Drake started the ball game tonight. Logan Hamilton came in and spelled him and played pretty well, so they got that 2 quarterback rotation thing going here at Ririe, and we're about ready for kickoff. Grace is going to kick the ball off to Ririe. Back deep for the Bulldogs is Jonathan Lovell and Spencer Richards. They're right about the 10-yard line.
The cheeseburger's on my roster.
Cheeseburger in paradise, baby.
Very good.
Very good cheeseburger.
No dragons, though.
Thank you, Eric Torgerson, for the free food. Appreciate it.
And here's the kickoff for Grace. Kind of a short kick. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. And that's, of course, a flag, and that'll be marked at the 40-yard line for Ririe. So they're going to get the ball and just 35-yard line. Is that marked at the 35 or 40?
I believe it's the 35. I've been wrong before in my life. Once.
It doesn't happen very often, so I never remember where they actually marked the ball. It looks like it's going to be on the 30.
Should be at the 35-yard line.
And it's going to be marked at the 35-yard line. Nice job. Good call. So Bulldogs take over 1st and 10 on their own 35. Pretty good field position once again for Ririe. And there's Nate Drake in the shotgun.
Receivers already?
Man in motion is Smith. Smith gets a ball on the fly sweep. Gets to the corner. Gets some good blocks. Gets out past the 40-yard line. About 41-yard line. So nice gain, about 6 yards.
Put his hand on the back of his blocker. Let him clear the runway for it.
Clear the way. 2nd and 4 now for Ririe. Just beginning the third quarter here at the newly coined Clare Level Field here at the soon-to-be new Ririe High School. It's a beautiful field.
Oh, it is.
A gorgeous setting for football here, too. Bulldogs on top, 17-6. Man in motion is Smith. Brady Abbott with the carry up the middle. Doesn't get much. Maybe give him a half a yard. Be third and about 3.5 now for Ririe. And it looks like there's a flag down about the 40-yard line. And it's going to be marked off against Grace.
Illegal substitution or
personal foul on Grace. There's an illegal substitution. You might be right, Lauren. He did the tap of the shoulder, which either means he has an itch or it's 12 men on the field. Or it could be both.
He was just flexing.
Check out these guns, baby.
The gun show's in town. Smith & Wesson.
Any more? Lauren, do you have any more?
I'm out.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm out too, thankfully. The ball's marked on the Grace 45. Bulldogs 1st and 10. I formation behind Drake. The give to Garrett Smith. Breaks it out to the left-hand side, and that's enough for another Ririe first down.
Garrett Smith making his play for IdahoSports.com player of the game.
But he's had a nice game. Tough to break down. That just short of the first down. It'd be 2nd down and 1 for Ririe. And this is where the playbook is wide open. Look for them maybe to take a shot deep here again. It's been pretty successful tonight. I formation behind Drake. Nope, it's just a give right up the middle. Ball's on the turf. Well, there's an astroturf bounce again for Ririe.
He lost it, reached down, picked it up, and picked up another 3 yards off that. That was cool.
That's how they drew it up.
Good job, Coach Johnson, thinking up that play.
It's another Ririe first down, and this drive is alive for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10.
It's like a fumble Rooski after the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Once again, the I formation behind Nate Drake. There's the give to Smith. Breaking tackles up the middle again, close to the first down. Ririe's come out of the locker room. They're playing smash mouth football right now against Grace.
They are. No, he made that handoff with a Grace defender, latched onto his ankle, so he was kind of stretched off, still made the handoff.
I think Ririe's going to ride that offensive line now in the second half. Randy Dixon, Tate Wilson, Ryan Winters, Dalton Parker, and big Kevin Parker clearing the way for Garrett Smith so far early in the third quarter. And Ririe on the move. They're going to that I formation once again, that power formation. Just to give to Richards. Nice gain, about 5 yards. Nine minutes left in the third quarter. 17-6. Ririe still on top of Grace. 3rd and 5 now for Ririe. Let's see if they put the ball in the air here. Although if I'm the coach, I just give it to Garrett Smith.
Yep. Let him pound it in.
We got a flag.
I think that's another illegal substitution against Ririe.
Oh, no, they're measuring.
Oh, they're measuring for the first down?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that close, but maybe it was.
I think they got it.
Did they get it? Wow.
Well, maybe not. They're on they got like 2 inches to go.
3rd and very short. That's what I was thinking too. Just a quick snap, quarterback keeper, just kind of dive up the middle, just get your first down. Don't risk a turnover here deep in Grace territory.
Give it to Garrett Smith and see if they can pick up more than the first down.
I formation behind Drake. There's the pitch. First down, Ririe. Garrett Smith with the carry. You're right, Paul. First down, Ririe.
That's a risky play, though, with that pretty long pitch where they've struggled with it a little earlier in the game.
That's true.
I wonder if they thought Grace was going to clog up the middle for that short little quarterback draw sneak, and then they were going to pitch it outside and catch him in a blitz up the middle.
That's true. But showing confidence in his team,
Yep.
To run the play and run it right.
Well-placed confidence, obviously. First down.
This is a much different Ririe team than we saw the first 2 weeks of the year when they couldn't score any points.
Right.
They already put 17 on the board tonight. It's a power I formation again. Fake to Smith. Pass out in the flat. Stopped by Lovell. Breaks the tackle. It's about 5 yards. 2nd and 5 now for Ririe. If you're watching this game, give us a shout out. It's webcast at idahosports.com. Let us know where you're watching the game from, who you're rooting for, all that kind of good stuff. It's been a good ball game tonight here. Homecoming at Ririe High School. 17-6, Bulldogs on top. 7:27 and counting left in the third quarter. Once again, Garrett Smith dragging tackles for another first down. He is the workhorse tonight for the Bulldogs.
Oh, he is. I think he drugged that guy an extra yard.
You know, but Grace is getting up the middle because, again, the quarterback had a guy hanging off his leg as he handed the ball off. So, I mean,
they're getting so close.
Exactly. Maybe they're
over pursuing.
Yeah.
Over penetrating.
They're over penetrating, and then the guys, they're hanging on to the quarterback, and the running back's breaking through the line.
Well, first and goal from the 6 for the Bulldogs. Once again, the handoff to Smith was fumbled. Drake picks it up. He is tackled by a host of Grizzlies, and there's a flag on the play as well.
Drake hit the ground. He was able to pick it up. Tries to get his way out around the left hand.
I thought I saw a flag. Maybe there's no flag.
Back him up a little bit on second down. Looks like about 10 yards to go here for the Bulldogs.
No flag on the play. I was seeing things.
What are the cheerleaders saying?
Jump on it. All I can hear is jump on it.
Yeah, they're jumping on something.
Second down and goal now for the Bulldogs from the 10. I formation. Once again, the give. That's to Garrett Smith.
Garrett Smith once again hammering his way through that left-hand side.
Close.
On the tackle.
Dragging tackles close to the touchdown, but not quite there. Third and goal, and I don't think there's any doubt here that this is 4-down territory for Ririe. No field goal here.
No, not even thinking about a field goal. We'll catch it.
Drake takes it himself, and he is not in. Nope. Is he in? I don't see a signal yet. Fourth down, Ririe. So Grace holds. Fourth down now for Ririe.
That Grace defense showing how tough they really are.
Big play here. 17-6 is manageable.
Yeah.
Grace gets down 24-6, and it's a whole different ballgame. From Coach Jeff Johnson here. I give it to Smith. Garrett Smith. There's the give. No, Drake keeps it himself. And he is knocking it. Yep, he's in. Touchdown, Ririe. Touchdown, Nate Drake. He took it himself in the end zone for a Ririe touchdown.
Barely made it over the goal line. Inches as good as a mile, though, in the touchdown world.
But not going to turn it down. Nate Drake over the goal line for 6. Bulldogs extend their lead to 23-6 over Grace. And that was a very impressive drive, just kind of methodically matriculating down the field with the Bulldogs.
Very nice. And they almost faltered there at the very end. It came close.
But that offensive line opened up some big holes for Garrett Smith.
Who doesn't need real big holes open.
No, he doesn't need a big hole. Chadwick on for the extra point for Ririe. Pick us up, and it's right down Broadway. So 5:32 left in the third quarter here from Claire Level Field. Ririe 24, Grace 6. Keep it right here on idahosports.com.
1, 2, 3, 3 a day of dairy makes you feel so extraordinary.
It's not always easy to make sure your family is getting the nutrients they need. That's why delicious, nutrient-rich milk, cheese, and yogurt play an important role in our diets.
Have you had your 3 today? Milk, cheese, or yogurt, the healthy way. 3 a day of dairy.
Welcome back to Claire Level Field, home of the Ririe Bulldogs. I'm Paul Kingsbury with Jeff Duncan, Lauren Jensen, bringing you all the action. First time we webcast Ririe and Grace football. Excited to be here this Eastern Idaho tonight. We'll be back again October 9th for the Emotion Bowl. Excited for that. And we're thinking about the second, Oakley and Raptor River, so stay tuned for that.
I see Nancy put on a sweatshirt. Lauren put on a sweatshirt.
What was that? I missed that.
There's a kickoff taken by the up back. That's Hubbard. Gets it back to about the 21-yard line, and that is it. Ririe is inspired right now. Hubbard only back to about the 21-yard line. Well, if Grace ever needed a drive, now is the time right now. Down 24-6. Grace.
They don't have much time left to mount a comeback.
5:27 left in the third quarter. 24-6. Ririe up on top.
Can I snuggle with your sweater?
Are you cold?
My hands are freezing.
This is a beautiful night. This is gorgeous.
This is football weather.
This is.
Yeah.
Lauren is so used to Holt Arena. He's just a pansy now.
Pitch out. Back up the middle. Almost back to the line of scrimmage. That was number 35 for the Grizzlies. Parker.
Jacob Brogan. For Grace.
You know what? Brogan is the superintendent there. And the brother, Dave Brogan, is from New Plymouth. And Lauren, you and I both know Dave Brogan, so I'm sure it's an uncle to Brogan who plays for Grace.
Interesting. I didn't realize that Dave's brother lived superintendent here, huh?
Yep, at Grace.
At Grace, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Ball falls incomplete. Third down now and 11 for Grace. It's the last game for the preseason for both teams. Next week they start league play.
Non-league
game.
Is there preseason in high school football?
Preseason, non-league.
It's called practice.
Practice. 0 week.
Lloyd with the rollout. Being chased. Now he kind of heaves it up the middle. Caught.
Got some room. Cuts up the middle.
That's Tanner Young. Not quite enough for a first down, but a nice job getting the ball back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, that could have been disastrous back on the 10-yard line.
He had to run a long ways for those yards.
He did. Ran 30 to get 2.
A nice job by the Ririe defense. They have played inspired football tonight here on homecoming night. So Grace has to punt it away again. Todd Lloyd back to kick. And Ryrie's not buying this. Now they send somebody back. That's Jonathan Lovell back at about the 30-yard line, ready to receive the punt from Todd Lloyd. High punt, not much distance. Bounces at about the 50-yard line, 49. So once again, Ririe takes over on their own 49-yard line in great field position. And we got some scores to look at from around the state here. Last reported, Capital 28, Bora nothing. Buell 22, Burley nothing. Post Falls 20, Cheney Washington 0.
I switched the page, sorry.
Jerome on top of Canyon Ridge, 42-3 at halftime. And Blockfoot just decimating Idaho Falls, 42-7. Ririe now, strong side left formation. Drake with the give. Nothing there. Great job by the Grizzly defense to smell that play out.
That's amazing how fast they got through there.
They weren't even touched.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the shotgun, hands it off, and the guys are tackling him as he's handing the ball off.
You wonder if somebody maybe didn't quite know what the play was, or there was a mix-up on the offensive line, because normally you get a body on somebody at least. Second down 12 now for Ririe. Same formation, just opposite sides. Drake still in the shotgun. He's going to roll to his right. Nope, that's Logan Hamilton in the game, the quarterback now for Ririe. It's about back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to be 3rd and 10 now for Ririe. This is a big stop for Grace. If they can hold here, get the ball back in fairly decent field position, they still have time to score some points here in the third quarter.
You know, if they could get a touchdown here in the third quarter, you know, they're only down by 12.
It's anybody's ball game.
Or less if they get the extra point or go for 2. So That's plenty of time in the fourth quarter to make a couple scores.
2:40 left in the third quarter. 24-6, Ririe on top. 3rd and 12. Man in motion, Garrett Smith. That snap. Drake gets it. Heaves it downfield. It is caught.
Wow.
First down, Ririe. First down caught by Logan Hamilton. Boy, Nate Drake fumbled the snap, picked it up, threw the ball to the receiver who was wide open still.
And waited for 3 seconds
waited for
in
it.
one spot for it, and still the defense.
He was
not
wide.
there.
That's how wide open that guy was.
Somebody's been missing some coverage tonight back in the secondary because they have receivers were running wide open tonight back in the secondary.
He wasn't even running wide open.
No, he was
standing there
waiting
wide
for the
open.
ball. I thought I saw him read a paper and take out like a lawn chair, just kind of saying, "Here I am."
Oh, there's the ball.
There it is. Ririe back in the shotgun. Hamilton's the quarterback. Man in motion, Smith. He gets the ball on that fly sweep. Breaks a couple tackles. Boy, Garrett Smith just is a man.
It's a man among boys out there tonight.
Second and 5 for Ririe. One more score is going to make it awfully tough for Grace to come back. .131 and counting left in the third quarter. That's just been dominated by Ririe. And there's Hamilton taking himself, breaks it out to the left. First down, Ririe. They keep it on the ground. And why not?
Why not?
That was a good open field tackle. Was that number 8? That was number 8 for Grace.
Josh Jensen.
Hamilton tried to put on a little move, and he didn't have any of that. Just dropped him to the ground.
He went for the legs.
Yeah.
You know?
So first down, Ririe. First and 10 on the 25-yard line. Under a minute now in the third quarter. Bulldogs up 24-6. Shotgun formation again for Hamilton. Man in motion, Smith. Give up the middle. That's Brady Abbott. Breaking tackles again.
Almost the first down. Came a couple of yards short. The guy holding the stick over there, he's pretty skittish. They come within 10 yards, he drops and runs. Must have had a bad experience at some point.
If you're watching the game, shoot us an email. Webcast@idahosports.com. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, all that kind of good stuff.
Had a couple emails early, one from Indiana, Lafayette, Indiana, and then one from Sheridan, Wyoming. If you're out there, we want to hear from you. Like Jeff said, it's webcast@idahosports.com.
I love Sheridan, Wyoming. It's a great town.
Let us know who your favorite webcaster is.
Jeff.
Sure.
Hamilton in the shotgun. Last play of the third quarter right here. And he's going to go down. Nice job by the Grizzly defense. Oh, and that play will bring us to the end of quarter number 3 here. Homecoming night for Ririe. They're up on Grace, 24-6. Stick around. The fourth quarter is coming up your way. Only on IdahoSports.com.
Should I go to the University of Pike and change my life and have a life?
University of classes that escape the classroom.
Of my life starts now.
Of not just higher learning, smarter learning. University of where I am is not where I'm going to be. What about the University of moving up my estimated time of arrival?
University of I'm a work in progress. I've set the bar high.
Way high.
University of I'm not ready to settle.
Not now.
Not ever. How about University of my hopes, my dreams?
I'm thinking University of now's the time.
One university understands how you live today and where you want to go tomorrow. University of Phoenix. For more than 30 years, University of Phoenix has given working students a chance to attend college without putting their lives on hold. Online classes, flexible schedules, and more than 190 locations make it possible to balance your life with the life you want to have. University of Phoenix. Thinking ahead.
Welcome back once again. Start of the fourth quarter. It's 24-6 Ririe. This is the first 24 points of their season. So right now in the first 3 games, they're averaging 8 points a game, I guess, on paper.
No, they didn't score the first 2 games.
They lost by an average of 20-something to 0. Not good, but they came out early, got a safety right off the bat, followed that up with a touchdown. And added another one, so 17 is where they were, I believe, at the half. Or was it 20? They have 24 at the half?
17-6 at the half, and now it's 24-6. And they're on the move again. Logan Hamilton in shotgun, rolling to his right. Once again, he's got a man open in the flat, incomplete, looking for Mr. Garrett Smith.
That play's been there for him a couple times. The timing's just been a little bit off for both teams, actually.
So 4th down now for Ririe, and I'm sure they're going to go for it, and I have no doubt they're not going to kick a field goal here. You're up 24-6, well, why not go for it? 4th down and 9 now for the Bulldogs. Got some other scores tonight. Salmon 28, North Fremont 7, Sandpoint 6, Middleton 8, Shelley on top of Snake 8-7. That'd be a good ball game tonight. Probably one of the best games of the night, Shelley and Snake. Here we go, 4th and 9. Hamilton in a shotgun for the Bulldogs. Hamilton, 3-step drop, looking over the middle. He's got somebody coming across the middle. Was Jonathan Lovell. Ball falls incomplete. Grace holds, and they get the ball back. So the Grizzlies take over on about their own 25-yard line. You know, when the Grizzly defense has had to stiffen, they've done it, and they're still in the ball game.
Yeah, they're just struggling getting the ball into their end zone.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they've put, a play or two together that have looked nice, and then they'll turn it over, or there'll be a penalty that knocks them backwards.
Exactly.
So they haven't strung anything long-term together.
Yeah, they're moving great within the 20s.
Yeah, but they can't punch it in. So here they go, I formation behind Lloyd. Street slant pass over the middle, incomplete. Good ball, hit the receiver in the hands, just couldn't catch it. So 2nd down and 10 now for Grace. That's the play they got their touchdown on in the second quarter, that little slant pass over the middle. Dan Hubbard scored their touchdown tonight. He's been the horse for Grace. Hubbard's had a nice game. So 2nd down and 10 now for Grace. Ball on the Ririe 25-yard line. I formation behind Lloyd. Standard pro set. Lloyd with the pitch. It's a reverse. Not going to work that time. Hubbard slipped at about the 20-yard line. He just lost his footing as all that happened. So 3rd down and about 3rd and 15 now for Grace. They're going backwards again.
Grass is getting some dew on it as it gets a little cooler and it's getting slick.
So here we go. Lloyd's in the shotgun. Spread things out now for Grace. Receiver split. Trips to the left. One wide to the right. Man in motion is Tanner Young. Empty backfield now. Lloyd looking for a screen pass. He's got time. Looks over the middle. Incomplete.
Oh, they had him.
Looking for Austin Elsmore. He had him at about the 35-yard line, but
they had him from the 30 to the 35-yard line.
So he threw it late?
He just threw a little bit late, I think.
Yeah, he waited till he was cutting back across the middle into the defense. And he was open over here toward the sideline, it looked like.
Once again, it brings up 4th down for Grace, and Todd Lloyd back in punt formation. And ready to receive the punt for the Bulldogs, number 18, Jonathan Lovell. Right about midfield. And there's a flag for Grace. Once again, Grace breaks a huddle with 12 guys, and that is not a legal play in high school football, or pro football, or college.
Or Pee-wee.
Or Pee-wee. You just can't do it.
Don't do it. If you do, don't get caught.
So that'll knock him back 5 more yards. Lovell now moves up to about the 45-yard line. So once again, Ririe will get the ball in just great field position. Nice punt by Lloyd. Lovell catches it about the 45.
Oh, just run.
Just on 40. 35 down to inside the 35-yard line. Jonathan Lovell, nice punt return, and Ririe gets the ball back at about the 35. Thought you were going to say run, Forrest, run.
Next time I will. Is that a copyrighted phrase?
That might be.
One way to find out. Get sued. Get the Bubba Gump lawyers on me.
Ball's marked at about the 32-yard line, so Ririe in great field position. Let's see who's back in the quarterback for Ririe. It is Logan Hamilton.
Nice hole.
That's the give to Smith. Big tackle. Triple. And that's a free for all now. He was stripped at about the 15-yard line. And they're uncovering bodies now. Who's got it? Ririe has got the ball back again. Lucky break.
Great. No, I think that was drawn up. If you go down, fumble it, we'll pick it up for an extra 10 yards.
They put the ball on the ground 3 or 4 times tonight, and they haven't lost a fumble yet.
It's in their playbook.
Part of the playbook.
They know the exact spots on the field that will bounce fortuitously.
Like a basketball court, the dead spots?
Exactly.
Yeah.
First and goal for the Bulldogs. They're knocking on the door once again. They're up 24-6.
He's in.
Spencer Richards, touchdown, Ririe. Touchdown, Bulldogs. So Spencer Richards extends the lead to 30-6 early in the fourth quarter. Richards broke one tackle and he was gone. Great homecoming game for the Bulldogs tonight. They were shut out the first 2 games of the year, and they're making up for it tonight. They're ahead 30-6 on Grace.
You always want to win your homecoming game.
Yes.
Don't win any other game in the year. Win homecoming.
Yeah, and Ethan Chadwick once again in. Nope, they're going to go. Nope, yeah, there he is. Ethan Chadwick in for the extra point. I thought they were going for 2. And once again, Chadwick is true. So 10-20 left in the fourth quarter here from Claire Level Field. Ririe 31.
I think they said it was wide, actually.
Say it was wide?
Yeah, I saw the Whitecap motion that it was wide.
Wow, that looked good.
I thought so too.
So, scratch that. 30-6. Ririe on top of Grace. Stick around. Fourth quarter action's coming up. You're on IdahoSports.com.
Kristen Armstrong, Olympic gold medalist and world champion cyclist. To compete with the world's best requires a sports drink packed with the replenishing power of calcium, vitamin B12, and all the essential nutrients found in only one drink. You've got to be kidding me.
No, actually, chocolate milk's perfect after workouts. Ask any athlete.
My bad. Sorry. Can we recue the chocolatey tag? Chocolate milk. Straight up.
Welcome back. Ririe on the board once again. PAT was no good, but they're up 30-6, 24-point lead over the Grace Grizzlies. Homecoming night. Big game for the Ririe Bulldogs. Going to put a W in the win column for the first time this year.
Where else would you put a win column or a W ball?
You put it in that other column.
That's a nice kickoff. Nice kick. And Grace going to try some trickeration, and that's about where they would get the ball if the guy he didn't lateral, so good effort though. It looked good.
It did. It looked great.
It looked great, yeah.
Good execution.
Looked better on paper though. But you know, if you're down 36, you got to try something. I mean, why not?
You have to try everything.
Sure.
Just remember, there'll be action photos of this game available on IdahoSports.com to both view and purchase if you want. Jeff Pedersen down on the sidelines. Watch for those photos to be up in the next day or so. And the archive of this game will also be up at some point in the next 24 hours. So you can come back and watch this game over and over. And if you really want to do something good for yourself, buy the DVD. $19.95, free shipping. Just click the little button on your webcast player.
Lloyd.
Oh, it's wide open.
Oh. Lloyd once again looking for Damian Martinez, and that's going to fall incomplete at about the 40. He did have to step on the secondary. He was open.
He was.
Are you driving back to Cuna tonight?
I am driving back to Cuna tonight.
Long drive back tonight.
Yeah. Calm.
Me too.
Not calm, yeah.
You're driving back to Cuna?
No, not to Cuna.
Oh.
Just home.
I am too. I'm going back to Blackfoot.
We got an extra room, Paul. You could.
I was going to sleep at Jeff's house, too. But
Oh, all right.
My house?
Other Jeff, sorry.
Oh, other Jeff. You got your choice of Jeffs. Lloyd in the shotgun. Second down 10 now for Grace. He's got time. Looks incomplete. Still to the sideline. You see, but kind of broke over the middle. A little miscommunication there. Looking for Ryan Robinson. Ball falls incomplete.
Zig. They thought he was going to zag.
Yep. It's been that kind of night for Grace, unfortunately. Just haven't quite got the connections going tonight. Kind of fits and spurts. I mean, they've shown they can move the ball, but it hasn't been anything consistent.
Right. PA announcer just gave IdahoSports.com quite a little infomercial there. Appreciate that.
Very nice. And we got free cheeseburgers tonight.
And we got free cheeseburgers, and this is my second free Mountain Dew.
Wow.
This is awesome. Next week, Ririe. I don't care who they're playing. It's a bye week. We'll film the field.
High formation behind Lloyd. We got flags on the play. Ball's caught over the middle, caught by Hubbard. Won't be enough for a first down, but that might come back anyway, regardless. There's a flag just when the play started.
You gotta feel bad for those receivers when they get like 4 guys around them. They can't fall down.
Yeah.
They know, I mean, you can't
They're
go down.
at their mercy.
Yeah. So they just pick you up and pummel you.
Like, please knock me down. Don't kill me.
And penalty might be marched back against Grace. It is offside against Grace. Not come back 5 yards. Students below doing the tequila dance.
The Pee Wee Herman, man. It's the Pee Wee Herman.
3rd and 15 now for Grace. Lloyd's in the shotgun. Plenty of time to throw. Looking over the middle. He's got a man open. Caught! Oh, and then dropped at the 45.
Oh, killer.
Damian Martinez had it in his hands and just dropped it at the 45-yard line. And a good throw by Lloyd.
That would have been a great catch.
It's just been one of those nights for Grace, unfortunately. So punting formation now for Grace. Back to receive the punt for Ririe. Once again, Jonathan Lovell. And Todd Lloyd doing the punting honors for the Grizzlies. .9:42 left in the fourth quarter. 30-6. Ririe on top. Lovell standing on the 50-yard line. And the punt is blocked by a couple. Ririe Bulldogs. Touchdown, Ririe. Boy, Lloyd had no shot on that one. They came through just unabated to the punter. Nobody put a body on him, and Lloyd had nothing. Lloyd had no shot.
One thing after another, cascading downhill
Yeah.
for the Grace Grizzlies tonight.
When it rains, it pours.
At this point, they just kind of want to get this game over with. Talk about, watch the film, talk about what happened, and move on to next week.
Then burn the film after that.
Forget it ever happened.
So Ririe extends the lead 36-6 now over Grace on the block punt.
Next week, Grace plays Aberdeen at Grace. I'm sorry, they have a bye next week. They don't play Aberdeen until the 25th, so they'll have 2 weeks to lick their wounds a little bit and heal up.
Prepare for a pretty good Aberdeen team. Although Aberdeen got spanked by Declo last week, and they're playing tonight. I think they were behind tonight as well. There's a fake punt. Logan Hamilton, is he going to get in? And referees indicate no, he does not get in. So the score is going to stay the same. 9:36 left in the fourth quarter, 36-6. Ririe on top of Grace. You're watching this webcast on IdahoSports.com.
Fresh out of high school and starting out, or looking for a new career. One thing in common, there's no doubt about North Idaho College, changing lives every day.
Get the training you need for today's careers through one of the many career programs at North Idaho College. High-tech training for today's jobs. North Idaho College.
Changing lives every day, North Idaho College.
Welcome back. We're waiting for Jeff Duncan to finish that cheeseburger so he can start bringing us back into the after the timeouts. He's still got a couple bites left.
Oh, that's
Isn't
good.
it's cold
It's
by
got to
now,
be cold
isn't
by
it?
now.
It's so good, though. I think it's a Bulldog burger. It's good.
Jeff likes that raw meat.
Bulldogs with the kickoff.
That was close.
Another breaking the huddle with 12 guys almost for Grace. That's a nice kickoff. Taken by Hubbard at the 10. See, that is Sam Hubbard with the return. To about the 30-yard line. So Grace takes over on their own 30. Looking to put some points on the board late in the fourth quarter. Not late, midway point of the fourth quarter. (36-6). Ririe on top of Grace here. Homecoming night at Ririe High School. Been a great night here. Been a lot of fun. Homecoming, got cheeseburgers. We saw the Kings and Queens, and yep, they named the field Claire Lovell Field. Officially began tonight, so that was a lot of fun to watch.
Special night here at Ririe.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. You give up the middle, and that's Stonewall at the 30-yard line.
It's a good way to initiate your field with outscore 36 points.
And in case you missed it, Claire Lovell, he is about I think I was told 45, 50 years old, graduated early 80s. Has some disabilities, but he goes through everything Ririe. He keeps score at the City League games. He's here for freshman, JV, varsity. All the games has been for years and years and years. He had a rough spell last winter, and so he's back, healthy now. And they came back, named the field after him. Very emotional pre-game when they did that. Obviously, they unveiled the name above the scoreboard. They handed him a banner. Congratulations to Claire Lovell. It's a great honor to have a field named after you.
I thought it was really cool to watch. I was glad we could be here to watch it. It was very neat.
No matter what happened on the field after that, I was glad we could be here just for that.
Great hospitality here, too, at Ririe.
But if you're going to have a field named after you, kind of hope that they win the game that night, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So third down now and 10 for Grace. I formation. New quarterback in the ballgame for the Grizz. And he gets rudely introduced to football here tonight. Tackled at the 30-yard line. Josh Jensen in the quarterback for Grace, and he gets tackled back at the 20-yard line.
Hi, my name's Austin Ritter.
Nice to meet you.
Say hello to the grass.
Say hello to my little friends. Wow. It's been that night for Ririe. Everything's gone right for the Bulldogs. Ethan Chadwick back to receive the punt.
How is that not blocked?
Chadwick picks up at the 50. And he got a flag on the play.
I didn't see it.
Might have been a face mask on Grace. But they got back to about the 45-yard line, so pretty good field position again for the Bulldogs.
He kicked that right between those two guys that were trying to block that.
And I don't know how they didn't block that.
I don't think it was even touched either.
Well, I don't think so. There's a hold against Ririe, so that's going to bring him back a little bit.
Got an email from Tony Gibbs. Says, what are you going to webcast next week? I'm putting in a bid for the Declo Malad game. You know, if my wife would let me travel across the state every week, that'd actually be a really good game to do. Declo Malad.
Declo probably, Declo and Parma, the two best teams in the state at a two-way level. I don't think
where is that?
There's much difference between them. Parma and Declo, of course, played for the championship last year. Overtime game.
Right.
Either way, that's not too far. I mean, Malad's
pretty darn far for me.
Well, yeah, for you, Paul.
And I was told that you weren't allowed to go out of a 30-mile radius, so your leash got yanked back. Nose ring started getting pulled a little bit. It's at Malad.
It's at Malad, huh? Now Paul's thinking about it. Be a great game.
Well, I told Jeff that we're having an event at my house this weekend, and we have a lot of family coming in tonight and tomorrow. And as I was leaving town, waving to my wife, saying, "Say hi to my family when they come in." She didn't wave back with her whole hand. It was weird.
She saw that one digit come up.
Yeah.
Was that it?
She's like, all righty. See ya.
Hamilton with the give up the gut. That's Stephen Walker with the carry. First down, Ririe. It's been a great night if you're running back for Ririe tonight.
Yeah, the holes have been there.
Coming into the game, head coach Jeff Johnson said the strength of his team was the offensive and the defensive lines, and they've shown that tonight.
It'd be nice to see some of the younger guys get some playing time here at the end of the game.
You know, that Malad game next week.
That's up to you guys. If you guys want to Declo Malad, tell me now.
My parents are coming into town next week, but I could just draw, we could just my dad would love to go watch it. I don't know if my mom would, but I know my dad would like to.
There's the give up the middle once again. Lots of room to run, breaking tackles.
Oh my
Still
God!
on his feet. Logan Hamilton keeping the ball. Great fake. I thought he handed the ball off up the middle. He kept it himself.
I was watching down here as well.
I was too. Great ball fake by Hamilton. And he rumbles all the way down to about the 15-yard line. Wow.
They even fooled the PA announcer.
They fooled everybody. It's been that kind of a night for Ririe. Everything has gone their way.
So, yeah, if you guys want to do Declan Malad, tell me now. We'll schedule it. We'll announce it right now.
How far is the drive to Malad from Blackfoot? Not very far, an hour maybe?
Well, you guys can carpool.
Yeah.
Take Lauren's car.
There's the pitch.
He has a job.
Touchdown, Ririe. Touchdown, Jonathan Lovell, number 18. Or was that number 19? Is that 18? I don't want to say the incorrect number.
Doesn't look big enough to be 19 from here. No, that's 19.
It's 19. It's not 18.
That's Garrett Smith. That's Garrett Smith once again. Touchdown, Bulldogs. So Garrett Smith rumbles in for another touchdown, extending their Ririe lead to 42-6 over Grace. It's been a great night for Garrett Smith. He has been the horse tonight for the Bulldogs. You know, they came out in the second half and said, we're going to run the football. And that's what they've done.
Yep.
Just a great job by the offensive line. Chadwick on again for the extra point. His leg's going to be falling off after this game. And that time,
he doesn't give a two-handed signal, so it's hard to tell.
I still didn't see if he signaled his good or not. It looked good.
The official that's underneath the uprights gave the thumbs up to the white cap, and the white cap signaled it good, which I don't know if that's...
What do you people do here in Eastern Idaho?
I don't know.
There are different rules out here.
I didn't realize that was regulation signals.
I don't think it is.
I don't know.
Maybe he's got like a tennis shoulder, and so he can't lift it above his head.
What if you were a one-armed referee? What would you do?
Make sure you had your whistle on that good arm? I don't know. It's possible. I'm sure it's been done.
Yeah, I'm sure it has.
6:15 left in the fourth quarter. 43-6. Bulldogs on top of the Grizzlies. I think in France they call this garbage time.
Garbage?
Garbage time.
Garbage.
I didn't know you were bilingual, Jeff.
Oui, oui.
Very good.
That's Hubbard with the kick return, take it down to about the 30-yard line. Still on his feet.
Wow, he was going to take the whole team with him.
He would if he could.
I think his own guy actually knocked the pile over.
So Grace takes over, 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line. Down 43-6 to Ririe.
You know, it's sad as I've been to some junior high basketball games about this score.
You know, we covered the Boise Bora girls basketball game. It was 17-6 final, where it was pass screen away the whole entire game, state championship game. That was a long game. That was back in the day before we actually webcast. What we did is I would type in updates. So I would be, like number 23 passes to whatever, enter. So I'm constantly doing pass screen away, enter. Pass screen away, enter. This sucks, enter.
I remember hearing about that game, trying to get the debate going for implementing a shot clock because of that.
Right.
I don't like a shot clock. I think it takes away from the strategy of the game.
I agree.
That's just my. I know Gary doesn't agree with me, but I think Gary likes the shot clock. But
and you know, I totally agree with you. It takes away because especially in high school basketball. I mean, Bora won, and that's the only way or Boise won. Either way, whoever won shouldn't have. The only way they could have won that game was doing that. So those girls got a state championship ring because of it. Would have been taken away with a shot clock.
It just adds to the strategy, you know. It's Lloyd, fake the handoff, rolling out to his left. It's got some room to run. And Lloyd might make that first down marker. It's going to be close. Yep, and Lloyd, well, see what kind of spot he gets. I thought he might have gotten the first down. Well, it's awfully close. Nope, they're going to give him just a little short third, about a half a yard for Grace. 43-6, Ririe on top of the Grizzlies.
Okay, so did you guys decide yes or no on that Declan Malad game? There's people out there waiting for you to answer.
Yeah, like my wife.
Be a man.
Nancy.
I respect your wife, by the way. I'm just making fun of you. So
I know.
I don't want her to be mad at me.
That's all right. She'll never hear this.
Like my wife. Watching? My wife's never watched one of these broadcasts.
Pass ball's incomplete. Fourth down, Grace. And you know what? I'd say go for it.
I agree.
It's about half a yard. Just do a little quick quarterback keeper at the middle. 4:20 left in the ball game. 43-6. Ririe on top. Just a beautiful setting for a football game. I love it out here. High formation behind Lloyd. Let's do a quick count right up the middle. And they do, and he got it. Got first down, Grace. We've got some updated scores here.
Somewhat, I think. Maybe. I'd like to get an email in here for the end of the game. Make sure you do it right about now. So by the time the email comes, we can get it right on the air. It's webcast at idahosports.com. Want to give a final note or a shout out to one of your players? Do it now. Webcast at idahosports.com.
Standard eye behind Lloyd. He's got time to throw. Incomplete.
The quarterback, when he planted his back foot to throw, it slid about a foot. So he couldn't plant that foot. It must, like Lauren said, it must be getting a little dewish out there. Damn.
Dewish. I like that. Dewish.
Dewish. Is that a real word?
It is now.
Is that a real word?
It is now.
It is now. Well, 3:47 left in the ball game. 43-6. Bulldogs on top of the Grizz. Lloyd now in the shotgun. Receiver split to left and to right. Lloyd looks over the middle. It's going to fall incomplete. Looking for Hubbard over the middle. Third down and 10 now for Grace.
Well, I guess we're not going to have a decision on that Declan Malad game. So stay tune in to idahosports.com Monday morning or so, and Lauren has a chance to ask permission to go. And we'll let you know.
See if his leash has been lengthened a little bit. Come on, Nancy, make a call.
That wedding ring coming to man size?
You notice I'm not wearing it.
Lloyd's pass falls incomplete again. Hit him in the hands. Jordan Brady couldn't bring that one in. 4th and 10 now for Grace.
We like having you along, Lauren. It's a lot more fun when you're here.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody to... I'm like the whipping boy.
Well, I wasn't going to say whipping boy, but that works, I guess. You're fun.
It's apropos. It works.
It is. You're right. You are the whipping boy.
4th and 10. Grace is going for it.
Well, they apparently found a bug down there. The mascot has a stink bug. We cover the entire game here on idahosports.com, not just the action on the field.
The dog ate the stink bug.
Incomplete once again. Lloyd couldn't find his target over the middle. Once again, looking for Jacob Rogan, number 35. They couldn't connect, and the Bulldogs take over. 1st and 10, 3:34 left in the ballgame.
Yeah, one thing Grace has to do is realize this is just one game.
Sure.
They're early in the season, got a long road ahead of them. They're going to be okay. I think they're going to be just fine.
And it's not a league game either.
Yeah, so it really doesn't count.
The Bulldogs just went and dumped the stink bug on the bench behind the Grace players.
The Bulldogs actually a card-carrying PETA member.
To all you PETA people out there, I really enjoyed my hamburger tonight. That was very good. The give up the middle. Garrett Smith with a carry. Getting about a yard. Second down and 9 for Ririe.
No, seriously, we need to thank our sponsors to make these webcasts possible. Our major sponsors that do every webcast. Of course, United Dairymen of Idaho, who do so much for the high schools and the youth of Idaho. They are a title sponsor here at idahosports.com, have been for the last few years. Want to give them a big thank you. Les Schwab Tire Centers of Idaho, been with us a long time. Quest DSL, been with us a long time. North Idaho College, they've been with us a while. And new this year is University of Phoenix Idaho branch. So thank you very much for being a sponsor to the broadcast.
Jacob Lewis with a nice scamper up the middle. Close to a first down for Ririe. It'll be second down and about 1 now for the Bulldogs. Two and a half minutes left in the ball game. 43-6. Ririe over Grace.
Had to be there.
High formation behind Hamilton. They give up the middle. Spencer Richards, first down and a lot more.
Nice.
But if you are a running back on Ririe, you have to like this team now. You got the offensive line's making some huge holes.
Right.
And that bodes well for league play in the nuclear conference this year for the Bulldogs.
Oh, absolutely. You know, a big front line is key. Is key for any ball team, but especially these. Got to open up that hole, just like you said. Running backs appreciate it.
Yep.
And these guys, the unsung heroes of the football team, too. The linemen never get any credit.
No, so let's do that. My voice just cracked. Randy Dixon, Tate Wilson, Ryan Winters, Dalton Parker, and Kevin Parker opening up some big holes tonight on the line for the Bulldog running backs.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I was just kidding.
Congratulations on your puberty, Jeff.
Long time coming. Garrett Smith with another carry up the middle. We're closing in on the end of the game, so what's our idahosports.com player of the game?
First place, my vote is going to Garrett Smith. Second place is going to be the line that opened up the holes for him. But I think Garrett's my vote.
I vote for Garrett Smith as well. He's had a great night for the Bulldogs tonight. He's been the horse. Second down to 5 for Ririe. And this is like the victory formation now for the Bulldogs. Hamilton in a quarterback. About 52 seconds left. He may just take a knee, and he does.
It's a classy play. No reason to punch it in one more time.
Now, if you're up 43-6, why run the score up?
Yep. And both these teams have shown a lot of class. I mean, being down, you get frustrated. You can let little things get to you. There haven't been, any serious skirmishes that I've seen or any bad sportsmanship on either side. Both teams have shown a lot of class in this football game.
And this should do it tonight. This is the last play of the ball game tonight. Hamilton takes a knee. That'll do it. And the Bulldogs get their first win of the year, and they get their first points of the year. They beat Grace tonight 43-6. Homecoming night here at Ririe High School. Cheerleaders are squirting silly string on the fans. And that's how you want to celebrate homecoming, with a big 43-6 win tonight over Grace.
Absolutely. Like we said, this was a great night here at Claire Lovell Stadium, newly dubbed. So congratulations to Claire Lovell. Congratulations to the Ririe Bulldogs. Congratulations to Garrett Smith for being our idahosports.com player of the game. It's been a great time here in Ririe. I want to thank Lauren for being here, and Jeff. Love doing games with you guys. Makes the drive over here worth it.
It's been a lot of fun as usual. It's always fun to do these games.
It is fun.
And there's something about press box food. It just tastes better. Like a press box hamburger just tastes better.
I agree.
I don't know what it is, but I love it.
Yours tasted so good, you took 3 timeouts to eat it.
So both teams are going to have a bye next week before they go into league play. You can see down below Ririe celebrating homecoming win. Great job tonight by the Bulldogs. And that'll do it for us tonight from Claire Lovell Field. Once again, the final score, Ririe 43, Grace 6. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll talk with you maybe for the Declan Malad game. Good night.